Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. What is this, man? Look at this. My name on the screen is Apostate Prophet Ridvan. Like I'm gay or something. It's supposed to be
It's supposed to say something stupid like a prostate prophet or
a
something.
prostate. Okay. Prostart. Okay, all right. Hi, everybody. What's up? Welcome. It's been 17 minutes. No big deal. I've also not been live for how long has it been? Like two weeks or something. It feels like forever, man.
It's been a minute.
I forgot how to go live. That's actually what took me so long. I forgot how to go live. I didn't know how to go live, so I had to figure that out. And here we are. Here we are, man. David, what's up? How you doing?
What's up?
What's up?
Computer's doing all kinds of weird stuff here.
Nice. Hey, so Ash Maze's channel has been taken down. Is it still gone, man? What is happening? Welcome back, said Ash. Is it still gone? Do we have to protest?
YouTube has some serious problems, man.
That's a real problem.
They'll ban someone for something they never did, and then now it's even worse than it used to be in that it's all just automated, and your bot puts you in the system for having done something, and then you actually get a hold of like Team YouTube or something like that. You're like, hey, what's up with this? And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, just wait for the appeal. And they're like, I already appealed. It doesn't do anything. And it says, no, sorry, you're in our system. It says you did this. It's like, yeah, I know, I didn't do that. And there's just no scenario apparently where they actually look to see if you actually did what they accused you of doing.
Why AP never stream by himself, said Mellum Cato. The funny thing is, I actually thought about this recently. I don't like streaming by myself. I hate it. Honestly, I hate it. I really don't like it. When I go live by myself and all I hear is just my own voice and everything else that I see there is text, I feel like man, David is always so annoying, but where's David, man? Like he needs to take over and talk a little bit so I can, stop talking. That's how I feel basically. This is why I go live with David, not because I like David, not because David adds anything useful to the conversation, but because I don't like going live by myself.
Hey, you know what's funny?
What?
They're getting that from Sam.
What?
That Sam says these guys don't go live by themselves. They always go live with someone else, which isn't true. You've gone live by yourself multiple times. I've gone live by myself.
Hey, wait,
we just prefer not to. It's a weird situation. Like we have friends that we can go live with. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Like let me change it. I've never gone to the movies by myself. I've never once in my life gone to the movies by myself. I see absolutely no reason not to go by yourself to the movies, right? If there's a movie you want to see and no one else wants to see it or cares enough to go see it, but you want to see it, you don't want to wait till it comes out on a streaming platform or something like that. I have no idea why you wouldn't go see it by yourself. With that said, I've never gone to a movie by myself. There's always someone who also wants to go see the movie, and so I go with that person. It would be insanely weird to say, oh, why can't you go to the movie by yourself? Well, I can. Why would that be a goal? Why would that be a goal in life? Anyway, so we're actually being condemned for having friends that we can always go live with if there's something we want to talk about.
Terrible
situation.
Terrible.
Yes. Shame on us.
I also don't want to go to the movie theater by myself if I want to watch something. So if I do want to watch something and I don't have somebody, then I usually kidnap someone and just force them to go with me. Stupid W said AP finally back. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Sam is a sellout. It's very rude.
No talking about Sam unless it comes up in one of his objections like it just did, everyone. We'll have plenty of time for Sam later.
Ew, why is AP on the right? AP is a social butterfly.
He's not. Why is she falsely accusing you?
I don't know. I simply said I'm moving to Israel, and then I did a prostate Pop-Tart. A Prostart. I should have put Pop Tart here. So yeah, I just went to Israel, as many people know, and I was in Israel for quite a while. This time it was actually very long, very very long. How long was I there? So I went to Israel. Um, how long was that? 2 weeks or so. I was gone for 2 weeks. I was in Israel. I did lots of things in Israel this time. I made a plan in advance, made plans and scheduled stuff with a lot of people that I would want to talk to while there. Foremost to Christians while over there, but also to others, also to representatives of the Israeli state, to people from the Israeli army, to regular Israeli people, to Arabs, to Christians, not to Muslims. I have been. I mean, some people suggested that I should also talk to Muslims to get all perspectives, but to be honest, I thought to myself, I really do not care about what Muslims have to say. And I thought about it as I was there, and I thought, maybe it's actually good to go and talk to Muslims and get their opinion as well. It's just to include everybody. But then, as I thought about it further, I thought, no, you know what? I'm really not interested in the Muslim opinion. So, I talked to Christians, to Jews, and to lots of different people. Did street interviews. Need to understand. Need to work on and edit and prepare for publishing a lot of videos, a lot of footage that I took over there. So it was very, very good. It was very productive. I talked to a Catholic guy in the IDF. I talked to regular Christians in the streets. Talked to some priesthood. There was that one point where people have seen it on a video where I went on the Temple Mount with Tommy Robinson and others, where Tommy had this brilliant idea of trying to get into the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And the funny thing is, I was walking there with the group. I didn't hang out with Tommy Robinson's group for most of the trip because I had my own stuff to do. But they said I can join whenever I want. So that one time I did join his group, and as I was walking behind him, I heard that the guard at the mosque, asked him to recite Surah Fatiha. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, Surah Fatiha, I can do that. So I went to the front and started reciting it. And the guy was like, "Mashallah, mashallah," and then he wanted to allow me to go in. And I thought, wait a minute, if I go in, I have to take Tommy Robinson with me. Wouldn't it be epic to be
Well,
inside the Al-Aqsa with Tommy?
wasn't he saying he's your student or something?
Yeah. Then he said, he's our teacher. He's our teacher. He's our teacher here. He's teaching us.
And you missed the chance to turn around and say, "I'm your teacher, boy."
I should have, man. I thought about that later. I should have said, "I'm your teacher, boy," but I didn't. And then as soon as Muslims saw that, they started to talk. They started like, "Look, he's lying. He
practicing
pretended to be
taqiyya."
Muslim to go into church." It's very funny. I've been accused of practicing taqiyya, basically. But the funny thing is also, I never really claimed to be a Muslim to do that. In fact, when they asked me if I am a Muslim, I deliberately did not answer the question and said instead, I recited the surah. So they asked again, "Are you Muslim?" I'm like, I can recite the surah. I didn't want to lie because I'm not a Muslim.
It is weird that these guys who will just take over someone's place of worship, which they did with the Kaaba, which they did with Hagia Sophia, which they did with the Temple Mount, all that stuff. Like suddenly, if it's someone else, their morality kicks in and rules kick in. And then all of a sudden they can say, reciting Surat al-Fatiha when challenged and not answering when called upon proves that he is a deceptive liar. Weird.
Five Pillars made a video of that visit. Yeah, not just them. Lots of other people did. I saw them talking trash about me and about Tommy Robinson. In fact, there was a funny tweet by what's his name? That one tall gay guy, Myron Gaines. Yeah, Myron Gaines also posted about it. And the funny thing is, wait, I really have to find his tweet now. I really have to find his reaction.
Myron Gaines.
Myron Gaze. Yeah. Myron Gay made a reaction here, a comment here that I have to bring up here because it was just very funny to me. I saw that and I started laughing out loud. Laughing out loud. Let's see, where is it? Myron Gaze. So here's Myron Gaze. He says, so he saw this clip where we went up there. Let's actually have it. Let's watch this.
Holiest sight for
Chinese.
well, Muslim.
Only for Muslim. Quranic verse do you want me to read?
beginning in the first of Quran.
Beginning, what, in Arabic or in English?
Al-Fatiha, you can read Al-Fatiha.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look how I just come in there like a dummy.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
He goes, "MashaAllah." Did you hear that? Hey, I got the approval. I got the approval from the guy at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, Muslims.
It is. Oh, we got that echo again, man. I'll just remain silent.
No, now talk. Now.
Hey, it works now. You hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. What'd you do?
I muted the screen. Go
Oh,
ahead,
okay.
talk.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I was thinking, you guys, sucks that people can't just go in there and check things out, but I think you guys are like doing it wrong. It should have just been like, look, dude, we're going to slip 10,000 shekels into your pocket. You let us go in there, check things out, film, and boom, done.
That'd
Then
be
on
fantastic.
to the Dome of the Rock. Now we want to go check out the Well of Souls. No, you cannot do that. Okay. Here's 20,000 shekels.
It's very you just pointed that out, but they take over the place. It is a holy site, right? So many people might not know this, but the Al-Aqsa Mosque is actually not this stupid dome that is on that place. It is actually the mosque that is on the side of the Temple Mount, or on one corner of it. The dome in the middle is actually just called the Dome of the Rock. And that is a shrine, not a mosque itself, that is placed on top of the rock that is the foundation of the temple, or believed to be, which is the holiest site for the Jews, where the temple stood. Religious Jews will, for example, even those who go up to the Temple Mount will not approach that vicinity. You can see the rocks, the rock formations on the ground, or the rocks on the ground, the stones that were used in building that place. You can see that they were from very ancient times, from when the temple was there. So they will abstain from walking into that place. It is a very it is a holy site. They just went there and built their shrine on top of that, like it's nothing. And now they claim to be, now they act like, oh yeah, we own the place. It is a very, 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 very holy site for us. Very holy site for us. Yeah, it is very holy. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he went there, he got there with his big donkey, and then he flew to the sky. Alhamdulillah. And they don't want to allow anybody else to go in there. That's what they do. They're acting like they're in charge now. They shouldn't be in charge. Unfortunately, this is what they do. This is Islam.
Who are you guys rolling with? Because you guys were being a little ballsy there. I'm usually up there like by myself or like one other person, and I get the impression that these guys could just ball me up and beat the crap out of me, and take my phone, and there's no way I could prove what happened.
I had Tommy Robinson here, so I thought I could just do whatever I want.
Smart, you guys are recording the entire time as well.
Yeah. There was one time where I started talking trash while recording a video. And there was that one spot where the kids were playing football on top of the Temple Mount, because it's a very holy site to them. And as I was pointing that out,
Wait, you mean soccer?
what?
Is it soccer? Were you playing soccer? Because I actually
Football.
thought it was cool when you said they were playing football, and I was like, oh, he
Football.
probably means soccer.
Football. It's football. You know what soccer stands for? Soccer comes from association football. David, the whole world calls it football.
You're an American now, dude. We call it soccer. That was on the form you were required to sign when you were getting your citizenship.
Powerful. So anyway, they were playing football there, and I was talking about that, and then I started joking about how football was actually founded by Muslims, and the rules of football are actually found in the Quran, which is why it's no problem that it is played on here. And then I started also referring to the Dome of the Rock in slightly disrespectful ways.
Very rude.
And then as I was recording the video, I kind of looked over the camera, and then I see that there's this Muslim guy who's looking at me like this. So I thought, all right, I should probably stop and walk a little bit further. They do feel a little bit emboldened, but the thing is, the Israeli government is in charge and is in control of the security and safety of everybody who goes up there from the Israeli side. These Muslims, they are not in charge. They have the authority from the Jordanian custodianship of the holy sites, with agreement from Israel in order to keep the peace. They have the authority to take control of the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock, and they may prevent non-Muslims from coming into these buildings, but they can do nothing else to anybody who goes up there. So if these Muslims ended up kind of battering you or something like that, they would be in trouble. They're not allowed to do that. So we were told about this explicitly as well. So I thought, okay, good. Let them come. Let them come. See what happens. Yeah, but that's the situation. Other than that, we were just accompanied by an Israeli guide who was also a settler who is in one of the settlements in Judea, also known as the West Bank. He was with us, but it was just a large group of people that were walking through the Temple Mount to just explore the place. That's it. We didn't have anything except ourselves and our muscles and God.
Well, I'm just saying, don't be ruining stuff for everyone else, right? You guys go up there with your shenanigans, trying to storm Al-Aqsa Mosque, and then these guys will be like, okay, no one can ever visit this place for the next 10 years, and you ruin it for everybody else.
I'm glad if that happens. That'd be good. What actually happened after this visit is that I saw that certain Palestinian and East Jerusalem Telegram channels and news pages started posting this clip and talking about how anti-Muslim people are here trying to rile things up and push Zionism and all that. So they were trying to provoke the population into kind of causing an outrage over this and attacking us. So I saw that, upon which I was advised by some people not to go over to the West Bank for any visits. So I had to cancel one or two plans that I had over in Bethlehem, which was kind of a shame. But so they didn't really react very well to this visit here.
In the library, you can read.
Yeah.
He's teaching us. Yeah. Thank you.
Only me.
Only you.
Why? He's a teacher.
He's teaching
He's
us.
our teacher.
I know.
Well, Muslim.
Only for Muslims.
So yeah, he referred to me as our teacher, and I should have taken the opportunity and said, "I'm your teacher, boy," but I didn't.
And you screwed up. That's one of those things that you'll spend the rest of your life and be like, gosh, I should have said that. I should have said that when I had the chance. It was just like when I debated, I've told you about this before, but when I debated Kenny Bomer, and he's trying to say that I don't really trust the hadith. So why should I trust the hadiths about Aisha? And I'm trying to point out, look, I got over 200 hadiths. Hey man, let me see the stupid echo again.
Continue.
Just telling Kenny Bomer, look, I got over 200 here hadiths. If anything's reliable, it's this. And then he goes, oh, you believe in the hadith? Come on, David. Do you believe Muhammad split the moon? And he said that, and like the first thought that popped into my head when he said, do you believe Muhammad split the moon was to say, I believe he split Aisha's moon. But I was like, no, that's too messed up because it was there were all these like new people here. But afterwards, he totally should have said that. That would have been legend. That would have been legendary clip, man.
You should have said that.
That would have been legendary.
What's wrong
clip.
with you? What is wrong with you?
That's what I mean. Like right there, you could have said. And that's why when I was in Times Square, and the dude says, Christianity's based. I just went right with it. You can't, you gotta do it, man.
Yeah. But for anyone who's wondering what David is talking about, he's talking about this year.
I'm your teacher, boy.
There you go. All right. So we went there and we caused the scene and all that, and they didn't like it. I don't know why. I'm not sure why they didn't like it. Are you guys ever going on Joe Rogan? I go on Joe Rogan every day. Right. Let's see what's up. David, what have you been doing while I was gone?
I did some stuff, made some videos, did some shows, had some different peoples on. Found out Issa is way better than you, doing shows with.
The Goofy Sufi?
Yeah, the Goofy Sufi is actually way better than you.
Nice.
Then I did a show with this guy. I'm going to do a follow-up, but oh my goodness, he argues that like 80% of the Quran is actually taken from the Talmud. And he starts showing all this stuff that's basically misunderstandings of the Talmud. Like even the Quran sayings about zabibas and stuff like this. He's saying like it's a misreading of the Talmud about having the thing on your forehead, but there it's the little what is it? It's a phylactery, but what they call it something else. What do they call a little box on your head, man?
The tefillin.
Yeah.
Tefillin. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's in the Talmud, it's talking about having that as the sign on your head, and Muslims hear it and they don't understand what it's talking about, and they think it's just talking about a lump on your head, and that's why they start giving themselves zabibas and stuff, because you got to have that mark on your head. Anyway, he argues all this stuff is from the Talmud.
Nice.
And he calls it the Talmudic dilemma.
That's cool. That's funny. Yeah, but I know you were joking about Isa being better, but at least make it believable. Mosh Cohen says, sorry, we didn't get the chance to meet. They changed our rotation from Hebron to Syria, Hermon. The situation here is kind of unstable. Next time, inshallah.
Wait, you were there 2 weeks and you didn't meet Mosh?
I didn't, no.
You had one job, man. You screwed that up.
Well, the guy is constantly active in the military, man. So, I didn't even. He said he messaged me, but I didn't even see it. I have no idea. Mosh, I have no idea where you messaged me. I didn't see anything at all. So
he's like, AP, we're in the same area. I just need to find you. And you're like, oh, you will never find me.
I actually had some very, very interesting things there, man. I went to one of the so-called illegal settlements. Went to one of the hilltops. Went to another regular settlement. Had everything explained to me, because that's one of the things that I had the most questions about. The settlements and the settler expansions and all that in the West Bank, also known as Judea and Samaria. I did have a lot of questions about this, so I sat down and asked some questions and had things explained to me. It's a very, very interesting situation that's going on there. I have had some mixed feelings about I don't know, man. This time, after going to Israel, I feel like I have been exposed to so much stuff, and it feels that everything over there is just a complete mess. Like, no aspect of the conflict can be explained with this side is at fault and that side is right. There is such a mess going on over there. And I kind of have bad feelings about every side involved in the conflict, like more negative feelings after this trip. Nevertheless, by every side I mean the Muslims, the Christians, and even the Jews, because everybody over there is playing games. Everybody over there is in a giant mess. And the giant mess puts them into this darkness where everyone starts necessarily playing games against each other. That said, I still have to say, after all that, and I will voice my criticisms against every side. After all of that, I still have to say that the most rightful ones, as in this conflict, to me personally, think whatever you want, I don't care, are the Jews, the Israelis.
7,000.
Although on their side
Shit-ching.
there are some real problems going on as well, but they are the most rightful ones, I would say, in this entire conflict. The ones that I am most disappointed with, and I'm going to voice more about that in the days to come, are the Orthodox Christians over there. The ones that I didn't expect anything better from anyway are the Muslims. I have good thoughts about Christians, especially Protestants. Somewhat positive toward Catholics, but there's also a lot of shady stuff going on in the Catholic Church over there. And I felt like whoever I talked to from either side, there was always some tension in the air. Whoever talks to me about the conflict from their own perspective is not telling me the whole truth about things, and everyone is kind of always expecting things to go bad. But the issue is the Muslims are the major aggressors and violators in this conflict the entire time. The Christians are in between, caught in the middle, but often also not very innocent. And the Jews consist of those who try to keep the peace and be reasonable with them, those who make it worse, and so on. I feel like after this trip, after spending 2 weeks there and talking to multiple people of so many different backgrounds, it has only become more complicated to explain everything. It has only become more of a mess. And I have only more mixed feelings toward all sides involved. It's kind of funny.
So you heard it here. AP says everyone's wrong, but the Jews are slightly more right. So looks like AP is coming down like 55-45 in favor of Jews on this issue. And then Christians would be like right around 50, and then Muslims would be like 45.
Aaron Miller said, "Are you seriously accusing Christians?"
Yeah, shame on you.
Which Christians? I mean,
Orthodox. You said it.
You mean those who are embroiled in gang violence over there, who are actually active in gang violence, who are running shady businesses in the Holy Land, or those who are submissive to the Muslims, accepting their role as dhimmis and doing whatever the Muslims tell them, because their lives are too precious to them and they just want to live in peace? Or do you mean those who are pedophiles and who actually have who rent little gay boys to abuse while being members of the Orthodox Church? Or do you mean those who actively work for the Islamic Iranian regime and with Hamas and other terrorist organizations? Which Christians are you talking about? Or do you mean those who for the sake of keeping the peace, do whatever Hamas tells them to do, or say whatever Hamas tells them to say, while behind the scenes telling Israel, "Hey, you're right, we're on your side, but we can't just publicly." Do you mean the cowards? Sorry, cowards, yes. Or do you mean the good ones who actually, I don't know, stand up for themselves over there? Which Christians are you talking about? You have to be more specific.
So, if I'm to understand you correctly, you're saying you're not condemning all Christians, but you have seen some very shady stuff from certain Christians, and therefore everyone should become Protestants.
I'm still going for the Orthodox Church, although with some stuff that I wanted to. I feel very disturbed about some of the stuff that I've come into contact with during these travels, especially within the Orthodox Church over there. The Orthodox Church over there is very not Orthodox. and is like corrupt to the core. By which I'm not trying to say that the Orthodox Church itself is corrupt or bad. I'm also not trying to say that the Orthodox clergy or Orthodox people themselves are corrupt or bad, but rather that the institution is corrupt to the core, under political control and financial scandals and controls, and so on. So there is such a giant mess over there going on. It makes my stomach. It makes me feel disgusted about everything, and I have to process it all and take a little while to think about it all, and then talk about it in detail. Honestly, that's how I feel about it.
No, this is what you're talking about. It's a serious issue in that things can happen over time. Little compromises can be made over time, but they remain. And then over like generations or centuries, they become normal. And then you're going into the church, and this is just normal. When if you hadn't like grown up in that environment where that is normal, you would look, if you were an outsider, you'd be like, whoa, this is not normal. That can happen to anyone. It's like, I mean, you know, the mafia was like, you know, buddies with lots of people in the Catholic Church. That sort of thing has happened. You had Protestants who were in the KKK, and it was just normal to be part of the KKK and be Protestant and so on. So you have people who are in a particular context, and you get enough people in your church who have compromised on some things, and you can get some screwed up results. And then you're just a young person and you grow up in the church, but that's what you know as the church, and that's all normal to you. And you don't realize it's not normal. But I don't even know what you're talking about, man, except for the list of grievances you just posted to the church door.
The funny thing is, it started with a little background information I was given when I was in Tel Aviv, or when we were driving through Tel Aviv, about a neighborhood south of Tel Aviv that is very much Arab, that was majority Christian, but is increasingly taken over by Muslims, where it is just full of gang violence, so rampant gang violence, and the gangs consist of different tribes basically shooting each other.
Where'd you say?
And south of Tel Aviv, and
south. So where we were, and they told us it was a crime area before, and then it wasn't really now, but somewhere that's like south. So is it even south. more south of that?
No, we were further south, so that is more north of where we were.
Okay.
But so they're basically Christian tribes and Muslim tribes, or Christian families and Muslim families, fighting and shooting each other. It's basically like the South Chicago of Israel. It's basically what it is. And then you find out that similar things are happening in a lot of places, including in the surroundings of Nazareth, in Bethlehem, and many places of the West Bank, and so on. It's just you know, nothing is black and white.
Yeah, it's the Holy Land, guys. It doesn't mean like, oh, well, I will shoot someone and make them full of holes and they'll be holy. Come on, clean up the mess.
South Tel Aviv. Gotta sleep after a long month. I'll watch tomorrow. Thank you, Mosh. What's up? Mr. Guy, don't trip. Should Josh Hammer be condemned for writing that Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes should be neutralized past the Charlie Kirk tragedy? Also, rest in peace, NY.
The only thing on that, now, I mean, Josh, for all I know, Josh Hammer's the biggest douche on the planet. I don't know anything about him. I know this is just a stupid criticism. Neutralize means, hey, we need to counter the influence and so on. Doesn't mean, oh, he's saying kill them. I don't know why. So no, I'm not going to condemn people just based on going with an absurd interpretation of something they say. Yeah,
Josh Hammer, most certainly. I saw the tweet. I saw the post that people were referring to. He said that he was talking about the influence of Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson, and said that that they need to be neutralized. That's it.
Yeah, in the sense in which he means it, not killing them. I agree. You need to expose the idiotic nonsense they spout. You need to stop promoting them and so on. If you want to debate them and so on. But that's not what's going on.
Yeah, if you want to accept the propaganda that he said neutralize now, he wants them killed, then you're just buying the Nick Fuentes propaganda. And Nick Fuentes is very good at spreading dumb propaganda. The little wannabe Hitler Nazi boy who, before Charlie's death, hated Charlie. And basically wanted him gone, and then after Charlie died, was like, "Oh, Charlie was good." So, anybody who propagates his propaganda, I don't want to say anything to you, but you should probably be wiser.
Oh yeah, and then what was Candace blasting him for? Like the stupid, like just like the dumbest thing. There was like that. It was even dumber than the neutralize thing. It was on the day or the day before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Josh Hammer tweeted, "We need to bring back." No, he retweeted Donald Trump saying we need public executions. And in context, it was because of that stabbing on the train where that guy stabbed the Ukrainian girl in the neck and killed her. And everyone's saying you just need to execute people like this. And then in that context, when thousands of people were saying bring back we need public executions for this stuff, Candace takes away all that context as right before Charlie was killed, Josh Hammer tweets, "We need public executions." And then Charlie was publicly executed. He was bragging about it. He was bragging that he was having Charlie Kirk assassinated. So that's kind of what I see from the, again, I don't know anything about Josh Hammer, just those couple things. And it's like, okay, whenever you guys are accusing him of something, it sounds like some completely deranged nonsense.
Now here's True Silence saying, "Take that icon off your wall and go kiss the wall boy." Now, first off, you seem to be mentally handicapped because that is clearly not on the wall over there. However,
yeah, it's on a shelf, dummy. You don't know what a shelf is? Say, hey, take that icon off your shelf.
If you want to talk about it, you clearly have no idea what you're talking about. This is Saint Maria of Paris. The scroll in her hand says, "Love to the end and without exception." I love her because she is a person who has been recognized as a saint in the church for the things that she did during the Second World War. You know who she saved during the Second World War? Jews.
But why?
Jews
but
who
why?
are being persecuted, who are being rounded up and killed, who are being sent to concentration camps.
No, it was Jews. It was Jews who were taking over the banking system and slaughtering Christians and baking them in their crackers.
You know who actually honors her? The Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Memorial Center, the greatest, biggest one in Israel, in Jerusalem, actually honors her as righteous among the nations, who risked her own life to save Jews. And here you are, like, "Oh, go kiss the wall, the stupid Jews." Dumbass.
Yeah, he would have said the same thing to her.
He would have.
He would have said the same thing.
Take that icon off your wall. I mean, off your shelf. Because she believes in saying Jews and you're just allowed to exterminate them.
Be honest, AP. Be honest. You're trying to get in that Yad Vashem graveyard, aren't you?
Yeah. Ayatollah Sir Khomeini says, "Here's a donation for the Shamoon Ozempic Fund." Dude, stop making fun of people's weight, man.
I don't know what that means. Oh, wait. Ozempic is... What's Ozempic?
Ozempic is a thing for, I think it's for diabetes actually, but it's like, but people are using it now to do rapid weight loss because it kills your appetite.
Ozempic. Is that the commercial?
I don't know.
Ozempic. I remember something like that. I remember jingles.
Should be. Ayatollah Khamenei, Lord help us stop with our Dunkin' Donuts addiction so that we can finally upgrade from 360p quality videos in our half kitchen.
Someone doesn't like someone here, man. What's up with this?
I just made 7,000 for the super chat. Imagine being such a brokey that you think 7K is life-changing money. Groypers, it's time to learn how to build a resume. To be fair, if you got 7,000 for every post that you made, that would be pretty insane. But then again, who is dumb enough to believe that a state actually gives out $7,000 for every positive post about Israel? Israel couldn't even afford that money.
No, they could. It's just hilarious. Now, anytime anyone says anything that anyone disagrees with, they go, "Oh, I guess you got paid your 7,000." It's like, do you guys believe? Do you guys believe the little like myth that you spread around? It seems like it's just something you toss out there so that you don't have to answer. It's like back in the day when they just call you racist if they disagree with you. Oh, you said blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're a racist. And therefore I've said that, and therefore I don't need to respond to anything else you've said. Now it's, oh, you said such and such. Ha ha, $7,000. Boom. Done.
That's
Discredited you as a racist or as someone who got paid 7,000.
Did you say discredited Jew?
Yes, discredited Jews.
I actually made a little interview with Tommy Robinson while I was there, but I still haven't published it for some reason. It's waiting to be published. Where is it?
Yeah. So we've got down here on the Temple Mount, yeah.
Yeah, so I grew up in Newton, yeah.
Yeah, Latin. There are a lot of Muslims there, yeah.
Oh man.
People say, Tommy, there's nothing you could do. You just got to sign up. I was like, no, mate. No.
Dude, why are you making fun of Tommy Robinson, man?
I don't know.
I'm sure he's watching this right now. What do you think he's going to think when he watches this?
I'm glad he beat that terrorism charge.
I know that was pretty brutal.
I mean, UK's still screwed in like 95,000 different ways, but my goodness, all the crap they let go. And then, oh, you don't want to give us the code, the security code to your phone. We will charge you with terrorism. That is next level, like insane evil. Now they could just, I mean, can you imagine? Right? Because think about what they're actually doing there. They're phishing. We got nothing really on the guy. So we'll just arrest him, tell him to hand over his password, and we're going to search his phones. We're going to go through all his text messages, his emails, all that stuff. We're going to go through it, and we're going to find something on somebody. And then him saying, no. But I mean, think about that. I mean, like messaging back and forth with like friends, wife, all that stuff, mom. And you got these guys like creepily going through everything and they get to write it all down. That's some sick, evil stuff. So anyway, yeah, glad he won that one.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous thing, and the judge also concluded that it was that the officers misused the law.
Good, and they should be punished.
So they had no reason to suspect him, no reason to ask for his phone, no reason to investigate him under the terrorism charges. It is clear why those laws were established, and it's very, very clear that there is no reason to persecute Tommy Robinson over this kind of nonsense. So I'm really, really glad that happened. But yeah, I had an interview with him. I need to finalize and look through this, and then I need to publish it. It was a very short one. It was only 15 minutes. It's because we made plans together to talk and to do an interview and all that. But then Tommy Robinson is such a mess with planning, man. He's like, I feel better about myself after seeing how that guy works.
And that's saying something, because you suck, dude. It sounds like you stuck more to it than in the past, but
he's an absolute mess. But he has people working with him and trying to do stuff with him, so that makes it work. But he's an absolute mess, and we found a little bit of a window, and I thought, okay, good, let's use it. Let's record something right now. So we did.
That never gets said anymore, really. Right? Now it's, you're Israel. The biggest weapon against me used to be, you're a racist. That never gets said anymore, really. Right? Now it's, you're Israel first. You're Mossad. You're a traitor. So the enemy's no longer here. It's around us. It's surrounded us in Europe.
Their goal is not.
What?
yo, hey, how come it's not echoing?
Because I did it differently this time.
Oh, why don't you always do it like that, and then we'll never have an echo?
Because I don't like it.
Do you know, I mean, isn't it, he just repeated kind of what I just said. He said, they used to just call me racist. Now they say you're Mossad. And I was pointing out that, like, there's lazy thinkers who don't actually want to try and deal with anything you said. They just come up with something else to say in response, so they feel like they've responded and they've discredited you without actually responding to what you've actually said. And so back in the day, that was racist, and now it's $7,000. And he said kind of the same thing here.
Yep. Inspiring Flaw IP, what's up, man? Hey, do you want to go? You want to come and join? If you want to join, I'll send you the link in a minute. Just let me know. Just message me. Apostate Prophetstein. Now that you're back from Israel, when are you going to drop off my bag of Jew gold that Mossad promised me? Dude, I have it with me. I'm gonna give it to you when we see each other at DebateCon. That's why I didn't give it to you.
Just careful, because gold's pretty heavy.
It's not that much. So not too much gold. So I'll give it to you at DebateCon. I have all your money from that you deserved from Mossad. I'll give it to you.
Hey, IP, baby, I got your money, got your Jew money. Said, hey, baby, I got your money.
Stand and have always defended Israel and spoke up for Israel. And I'm grateful to come here this time to ask questions. I've done some journalism since I've been here.
Yeah. I grew up in Newton and I came here to ask questions.
Newton, I was in Muslims, they didn't integrate, yeah? All the rest of us, all the other races, we're all together. We're all together hanging out. The Muslims over there in the corner, yeah?
Well, there was a very interesting section here that I just want to quickly have a look at before I continue with this. Let me see how that worked out.
Unite the kingdom, unite the West. But skill in
thing. Yep. What do you think?
we are at a crossroads for the future of our nation. And we're running out of time. So he's right. I don't think it's too late, but we are running out of time. If we don't awaken the country by the next election, have a mass awakening, have a political... Well, their goal, as I've said, their goal is the time of euphoria about the rest of the world. That's not my opinion.
Yeah. There's actually a speech by Hamas from God.
Well, I gotta find that place, man.
No, you could just keep playing the entire thing in like half-second increments so that no one can understand anything. That's what people want. They want, and everyone's like, wow, what a great interview, man.
Man.
You trying to find something? You want me to take some super chats while you're waiting?
Oh, I found it. Wait, I found it. It's a very important section of this video that I quickly want to put on here before we leave this conversation. Let's see. Right, let's see.
The shit situation we all face. Right now, we are the future.
I have a lot of hope. I mean, I've been there very recently, and I see the awakening in people's eyes. I have a lot of hope. So you have my support. You have the support of so many other people out there.
I admire you, bruv, as well. I've watched you for years. I admire you. I love your content. You are a wealth of knowledge. Probably one of the best in the world.
I respect you, and I think I need you.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, that's what AP wanted to get to, everyone, where they just praise each other. You're the best. You're making the best videos. No, you're the best. You're the best. You were doing it much longer. Yeah, but you got all the knowledge. Look at how you recited Surah Al-Fatiha and get what got us up in there on the Temple Mount, isn't it?
Yeah, all right. Now that we have that, it's just good quality. Okay. I think I can polish that. Right. IP, do you want to jump on? No? Okay, all right. The Zut Commander is back finally.
It's not Zut Commander. There's no Zut Commander. There's only Zut Chieftain, and that's me.
Does that mean you were part of the Zut?
No, I'm part of the... I'm chieftain of the community that remembers what the Al-Zut did to Muhammad by sharing it constantly.
Oh, okay. Well,
the leader of the brute chieftain, the Zut chieftain of the Zut squad.
Part of the Zut.
I'm part of the Zut squad. It's different.
Okay, so you're part of the Zut. All right. Seth the Levite says, come hang out and take your felting like a real shroom. What's this, man? What is this? Ayatollah says the alarm clock was promised to AP 3,000 years ago. It was indeed. Imagine Muslims had to protect the Holy Sepulchre. Powerful. Welcome back, said Ash. Hope Ash gets his channel back soon.
Hey, Ash. Hey, Ash. I mean, you've already sent them multiple messages, but and I'm serious when I say it does seem worse now than it was a few years ago. But you have to keep pinging Team YouTube on X and saying, hey, here's the thing. It's difficult to get to an actual human reviewer who is willing to do anything but it's like tossing some dice. What you're hoping for is that by bringing it up again, hey, trying to follow up on this, you guys block me for this. I've never done that. All I'm getting is automated responses, blah, blah, blah. Can you help me? Can you fix this? Can you fix your mistake here? What you're basically fishing. You're waiting until hopefully it gets through to a person who actually says, oh, let me try to do something about that. That's what it is. You have a bunch of lazy people who have these massive quotas for how many things they need to click through. They do nothing. Eventually you can find someone who says, yeah, let me go and see if this is right here. So it's kind of hard, but you just got to keep doing it.
Nice. Hey, Ortos Zutrulips says, want to open a halal pizza place called Pizza Zut. Pizza Zut. Do you think it's a good idea? Zut pizza will be the special pizza with toppings of 30 sausages. I think that's a good idea.
You have that pizza and wash it down with some Zut energy. You got $1 billion idea, my friend. $1 billion idea.
Yeah. And I heard Coca-Cola is going to bring out the new Coke Zut. So it's good. Apple Baker says, oh, welcome back, AP. Everything is haywire now. I know. Thank you. Giovanni Garcia says, hey, AP, it's been a while. David Wood was just watching your episode on Newsmax. LOL.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. Hey, dude, you don't even know how funny that was, do you?
No.
Hey, go to the Newsmax page. Want to see something awesome?
What is Newsmax?
Just go to Newsmax page and bring it up. It's a news channel.
You mean on YouTube?
Yeah, no, on
YouTube?
On Instagram.
Newsmax. All right. Yeah, I'm there. What now?
We'll put it up on the screen and scroll down through their views, man, until you get to my video.
Wait, let me see. Share screen.
I better not get an echo here. I will lose it.
Right.
Okay, Newsmax, go to their videos. All right, now look at their views. Can you see their views? It's kind of small.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what was that? 2,600, 2,800, and so on. 908 views, all that stuff. All right, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling until you get down to D Wood. To D Wood, what are they getting? 5,000, 4,000, 13,000.
What?
Where are you going, man? There it is. Look at that.
What?
You see that?
407,000 views.
Look at that. Look at the ones beside it. 7.5 thousand, 5.3 thousand.
Damn.
Isn't that funny? That's the power. That's the power of all Zut. You know, hey, here's what was really funny, right? You ready for this?
Yes.
So, I don't remember what. Oh, I remember. I stayed up till like 9:30 or 10 in the morning to finish editing my Mamdani video. So I post that, and then I fall asleep for a couple hours, and then I wake up. It's the early afternoon, like 12:30 or something, and I'm getting emails from Newsmax saying, "Hey, can you be on at 6:00 p.m. tonight for our show? We're gonna need you. We're gonna want you to talk about Dearborn." And I said, "Fine." And I go back to sleep. And then I eventually wake up and do other stuff. And then I'm like, okay, I need to be on at 6. I go sit down. I have no clue that they're talking about like the terrorist plot that was just, I had no idea that had just happened. I had no idea what we're talking about, right? So it's like, and I'm not paying attention to what he said because he had this long lead in like discussing all this stuff. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was like, okay, he's going to ask me about Dearborn stuff. I sit down and he goes, okay, so what do you think about this? I'm like, yeah, Dearborn's messed up, man. Let me tell you. I know there was just like a terrorist plot foiled. So I had no idea what we were even talking about. But I just started talking about how much Dearborn sucked when I was there. And had zero clue we were talking about a foiled terrorist plot that had just happened. Kind of funny.
That's funny, man. But it worked out.
Arrested for doing
Worked
a
out for them,
Christian interview
400
at a
and
Muslim
some thousand.
force website for 3.
It's not surprising at all. It's not, I mean, they feel is, hey, I was telling you the guys this about 15 years ago. I was telling you this in 2009, 2010, 2011, what was going on in Dearborn there, having discussion.
Hey, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, pretty funny.
You were Newsmax, man.
Hey, Newsmax, check your views, man. Check your views. What's
pretty
funny is
cool,
what's
man.
funny is I have no desire to be on shows and stuff like that. I'm like thinking from their perspective. From their perspective, guys, if you want to be effective on YouTube, you got to pay attention to whose videos blow up when you post them and have them on it. With that said, I don't want to be. I don't like jumping up and having to go set up for short little clips and stuff like that. But if they're smart, they will pay attention to who they need to get on there.
Newsmax must be very happy because they had David Wood on, man.
Yep. Who got 400,000 plus views.
They had David Wood on their channel. That's insane. Wow. Anyway, enough about bragging about views. Let's get back to questions. Hey, Pete, it's been a while. Ayatollah Khamenei, you were gone so long that Sam has since lost and regained around 100 pounds.
Ayatollah, I don't know what. I want to say I don't know what Sam did to tick you off, but I can think of like all the normal things Sam does to tick people off, so I probably have a pretty good idea.
The thing is, I know how bad Sam Shamoon feels about his weight. I heard him express it publicly and also to me. I know he takes it very seriously. It makes him very self-conscious. And he even did not go on a show that he was really looking forward to because he considered himself too overweight. So, if there is one thing that Sam Shamoon would be very, very offended and sad about, if you talk about it, it is his weight. So if you want to offend Sam Shamoon, maybe you should be talking about his weight. And you should generally not offend people. So,
you know what's weird? Someone just pointed this out the other day to me. Like toddlers, a toddler learns when someone pinches the toddler, another kid pinches the toddler learns, oh, pinching hurts. And therefore, when the toddler gets mad, after that, he'll start pinching other kids, right? Because he knows what hurts him. And therefore, he wants to use what he knows about what hurts him to hurt other people. I know this hurts me, and therefore I will hurt other people. What's crazy is like, if you look at Sam's responses to Anthony Rogers, he's constantly going, yeah, and Porky Pig, this fat blah. I'm thinking, Anthony's like the size of one of Sam's legs, and Sam's like constantly calling him fat and Porky Pig and this and that, and trying to think like, why is he calling everyone else fat? What popped into my head is it reminded me of One Punch Man. One Punch Man, he like worked out until all his hair fell out, and then he's bald, but he hates being bald. He can't stand it. There's a crowd of people around him yelling, and he said, "Shut up, you baldies!" And the whole crowd goes, "What? You're the bald one. We're not bald," right? But it's that's what hurts him, so he actually yells at it. Everyone else, but anyway, it's just weird. It's like, trust me on this. Anthony thinks it's hilarious when someone calls him fat. It's like when you call, like, I'm fatter than Anthony. I don't care if someone calls me fat. It's not hurting my feelings. But with Sam, that's like the most hurtful thing, and therefore he like says it about other people. Oh, look at this fat porker, this fat Porky Pig, and it's like, just because that's what would hurt you does not mean you should be saying it as if it's going to bother someone else who's just not bothered by that sort of thing. So anyway, get rid of the toddler mindset of pinching hurts me, so I hurt you with pinching.
So here's the thing, guys. Since Sam Shamoon comes up this whole live stream several times now, it is no secret, of course, that Sam Shamoon has made it his hobby lately to go after me, to attack me, to lie about me, to slander me, to judge me, to do all kinds of things about me, mostly to lie about me. He even implicitly acknowledged that he lied about me. And then instead of admitting that he lied, this is why Ridwan, you should come out and you should just explain yourself so that people don't get into these misunderstandings. What misunderstandings, you bastard? You were the one lying about me day and night. And I left it. I thought, I'm going to leave this alone, not bother. Going to do what I need to do right now. I'm traveling. I have a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to leave this, and if I really need to talk about it, I will come back and talk about it at some other time. So we will talk about everything at some other time, not today, at some other time. And David can also guarantee to you that we will talk about it, all of it, at some other time. Most
Sunday.
Definitely. Sunday. See,
Sunday.
There you go. There you go.
Hearts will be laid bare on Sunday. Everything will happen on Sunday. Guys, got to check it out. Check it out on Sunday. Yeah, hey, AP. Yeah, Sam even got me believing some stuff and was wondering about some stuff. Is your position Christian Zionism?
No.
Okay, that's interesting because that's not mine either. And yet he's been calling us out with the Groypers for being Christian Zionists. These Christian Zionists, blah, blah, blah. Christian Zionists getting the Groypers riled up against us when it's not even our position.
Here's the thing, David. So I recently watched a live stream of his. He does this very, very frequently because he's completely mentally unstable. When somebody misrepresents his position without even knowing that they're misrepresenting it, he calls them. So that there was an incident, right, when the whole discussion was going on about whether Catholics and or Christians and Muslims worship the same God or not. He had a position that was quite unclear to most people, including to me. And he was under the impression that he made his own position about this whole thing very, very clear. So during one of his live streams, a Christian came on and innocently asked him asked Sam about his own position on the whole discussion and said, hey, didn't you contradict yourself? Because didn't you say this before? Apparently, he slightly misunderstood Sam's position. Sam's response...
That usually results in, your mother's a whore, the Shias do muto with her. That's like 90% of the time, apparently.
Sam Shamoun's response to this innocent, inquiring Christian was that this Christian is a whore, a prostitute, that his mother is a prostitute, that his mother probably did temporary marriage like a Shia Muslim, that he's a son of Satan, and things like that. And then when asked why in the world he has such a messed up reaction, his explanation to that was that this Christian who asked him misrepresented him. And because he misrepresented him, that means he lied about him. And if you lie, then you are probably a son of Satan. And of course, don't bother about all the additional insults like son of a prostitute. And all that.
So what about when he, what's that say about him when he represents our position over and over and over and over again? What's that say about him?
So by his own standards, by Sam's own standards, with everything that he has said about me and about David over the last weeks, he is a son of Satan. He is Satan. He is a bastard. He is a prostitute. He is the son of a prostitute. And so on. He would, if I was applying his standards, I would be calling him a whore, and a son of a whore, and a son of Satan.
Yeah, dude, just so you know, what you will find out over time is there is no rule inside the Bible or outside the Bible that actually applies to him. None of it does. None of it. And I say this as someone who's known him for 25 years. There is not one rule that he actually thinks applies to him. All the rules are for him to attack other people with. It's interesting.
Atheo Chica said Sam even called me a whore too. I'm pretty sure that there are multiple people here in the chat at whom Sam at some point called a whore or a son of Satan or something.
Dude, that's why he... We don't even need to preview this, but that's why he's so insanely stupid. He's built up so many enemies over the years. And I don't mean like Muslim. I mean like mostly Christians that he's like insulted like this, right? Mostly Christians. And then he decides, I want World War III with these guys. Let's do it. Okay. You're about to find out. You're about to find out how many people you've upset, because they're all gonna come out once they see that it's time to expose Sam Shamoun, if that were to happen.
So here's Arlette. I know of her. She's a very kind person, very nice person from what I have seen. She also has a YouTube channel and also is on X. She says, Sam called me an ortho hoe because I like orthodoxy. I have seen this myself, so I believe it.
There's not much of anything someone could say about Sam that I wouldn't believe at this point.
He is, and the thing is, it's very it's kind of sad that I am finally talking about Sam Shamoun in a negative way, because as David might also know, and I didn't know.
You
most
tried to
of them.
freaking help him, Ben.
I know.
You've had him on your shows.
I know.
And I didn't even complain, but I knew, dude, do you not
And I shouldn't.
realize the moment he has something to attack you for, he's going to attack you? Do you know why? Because in his mind, I left him and went with you. So you are like, I abandoned him and I went with you. I'm like, he cannot stand it. He's going to freaking try to destroy you, man. He's going to destroy you the first chance he gets. And voila. But yeah, you were just pointing out, you don't want to call out Sam. Guess what? Neither did I, guys. I've kept my mouth shut for years, decades. I've kept my mouth shut. Sam is demanding that all be exposed. Fine, all shall be exposed.
Another one says Sam called me and my mom a whore. I believe.
Not shocker.
No doubt.
Not shocking.
David, you also know that. You also remember and I didn't know anything about Sam, about the things that he did at that point, which is why I asked you, and I shouldn't have. I should have informed myself better. Shame on me. You remember I also tried to at some point reconcile or do something and said to you, would you be okay with joining my channel with Sam? Or maybe you guys should talk again. And you said to me twice in those messages, I will not do anything with Sam Shamoon. And
that is, by the way, just so you know, that is everyone who was close to him or friends with him for 10 years, from 10 years ago. Everyone has that position. Nothing to do with that guy. We want nothing to do with that guy.
I knew that he had problems. I knew that he was very unhinged. I knew that he was messed up. There was a point where he had some slight disagreement with me and also sent something, sent some anger-filled message to me. Despite that, I was nothing but good to him. I thought, okay, this guy clearly has problems, but you know what? So do I. So do many other people. You know, I'll just be okay. I'll just try to be good with him. And I even asked him at some point when he was attacking people too harshly. I was like, hey, please stop doing that. He said to me, okay, brother, yeah. So no, this is the last message. I'm not going to talk about it anymore, brother. No, yeah, I know. I'm calming down now. 5 minutes later, he makes a public post calling people whores and prostitutes.
Mm-hmm. That's him.
This is the guy that Sam Shamoon is, and I have been okay with it and have been patient with it for the longest time. I haven't talked negatively about him in public, even when he attacked me. Haven't done this. I thought wrongly that that I can be on good terms with him. I shouldn't have even done that because at that time, I did not know what a messed up, horrible person Sam Shamoon is. And what kind of messed up things he does and did. Which are not things that you can simply just, say, oh yeah, everybody makes mistakes. And I know of some mistakes, of some sexual things, of course, that I thought, everybody makes mistakes. And I didn't judge him for that. And apparently I should have, because by his logic, everyone who is slightly problematic, who makes slight missteps here and there, needs to be publicly judged and humiliated and exposed.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like any slight thing from anyone else, they need to be condemned unless they worship him. But he can be 10 million times worse than everyone around him. The rules do not apply. That's just what you learn about Sam over the years. And right now, it's
they're challenging me. I'm going to say all sorts of stuff about them. I'll teach them. I'll shut them down before they do it, dude.
Let me go ahead and say it here, Sam. All this, I can never expose you for the stuff you've done because you'll destroy me. Dude, if somehow in your mind, your threat to destroy me, if you think that stopped me, I didn't expose you because I didn't want to expose you. All those years, I was still hoping this dude can repent. And if he can actually get his temper under control and get some anger management issues and get some help with his borderline personality disorder, if he can get some help, he will be the greatest Bible teacher the world has ever seen. If he can just get his temper under control. That's what I was thinking. That's why I didn't expose you. When you say, I'll do this if you don't do, that makes me want to do whatever you're telling me not to do. When you threaten me that makes me want to do whatever you're threatening me not to do. I'm wired like that. I'm wired like that. And what happened? You talk trash about me and everyone around me for years, and I kept my mouth shut. I kept my mouth shut, hoping that you would repent. But now it's just clear you're just going to try to destroy like me and everyone around me, everyone I work with and stuff, just because you've got these massive abandonment issues that you never grew past the toddler stage. You know what's crazy? He has the exact same personality type as Muhammad. Like, I don't know what happened to Sam when he's young, but Muhammad, when he's young, his dad dies before he's born. His mom sends him out to some Bedouins. They eventually think he's demon possessed. They send him back with his mom. Then his mom dies. Then he's sent to live with his grandfather. His grandfather dies. Then he's sent to live with his uncle, who would have just basically made sure he survives. Later on, you develop abandonment issues. You can't stand the thought of someone's abandoning you. Like, what does Muhammad end up doing once he has the power? I'll kill you if you try to leave me. I will kill you. I will kill you under no circumstance. You can follow me, but you do not get to unfollow me. That is a death sentence. That's what happens. That's what happens with Sam. He gets an insane obsession with you if he thinks you've abandoned him. The crazy part is, why do people abandon him? Sam, 100% of the time when people abandon you and say, I want nothing to do with this guy anymore, what's the cause? You, every single time. And you blame everyone else for saying, I can't be part of this. I can't be part of this. Guy's freaking sick, man. This guy's sick and mental. And people want nothing to do with you anymore. And then you blame them and attack them and spend the rest of your life stalking and harassing them. Yeah. And oh no, but I'm going to do a show. I'm going to do it, baby. Bring it. It's all coming out. Matter of fact, Sam, you don't need. I'll bring out everything on myself just for kicks and giggles. Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, AP, D Wood, Sam Shamoon, exposed. All of us. You know what's crazy, man? Well, like, suppose he actually had a legitimate concern that wasn't just to attack you over this, right? Wouldn't it have been like? Wouldn't you think he'd be like sending you a message, be like, "Hey, man, what's going on? You
know what happens?
You getting a divorce or something like that? Hey,
Guess
is
what
there
happens?
is there anything I can do to help?"
Guess what happened? I made a post saying that somebody is talking trash about me who has my number and who could just simply get in touch and ask me about this first. After I made that post, he sent me a message. And the thing is, Sam Shamoon has been over the years in touch with me on a constant basis and has always sent me messages about the most random things. Voice messages about the most random things. Text messages about the most random things that just happened on live streams that people asked him. You know, whenever something comes up, he sends me a voice message and he asked me what is after I, you know what's funny? After I had a debate with Andrew Wilson, Sam Shamoon actually sent me a message. I'm going to get to that in a second. But this time, I pointed out that he could have just sent me a message. Then he sends me a message. And then he's like, oh, so are you lying? So is somebody else lying? Why don't you explain yourself? And I told him off. And I said, you asked for it and you're going to get it. But the thing is, back to what I just mentioned, after I had a debate with Andrew Wilson about Israel and Christians, Sam Shamoon actually sent me a message. You know what, guys? The very same Sam Shamoon who is right now calling everyone a Christian Zionist and insulting people for supporting Israel, he sent me a message after I debated Andrew Wilson, offering to help me make my arguments even better. And he told me that in his esteem, I actually won the debate against Andrew Wilson, but I could have made some of my points better because some of my points were sloppy, were not good enough, but he can tell me how to do it better. And he also on the phone agreed with me that of course, it would be the right thing to do for Christians to support the existence of Israel and of Jews. This is what he told me after my debate with Andrew Wilson. Ask him today what he thinks about that position. Right now, he's acting like a complete, like a groiper and insulting anybody who even suggests that people should support Israel and calling them Satan and all that. So he would be a Satan by his own definition a few months back. This guy is just completely unhinged.
Dude, no, I've known that. I've known that about him for years. But again, here's how it works. Someone is associated with him for something. Could be marriage, can be friendship, can be working together or something like that. that person will eventually realize what he or she is dealing with and say, I can't be around this. I cannot be around this. This is the most toxic freaking person I've ever met in my entire life. I have to get as far away from this guy as possible. And you can even do that. You can even try to do that as quietly as possible and just say, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to go off and do my thing. I'm not even going to mention this dude. He can't accept it. He declares war. You abandon him. He has massive abandonment issues, and he becomes a stalker. He starts following you around, checking out everything, complaining about everything you do, going after anyone you associate with. Well, what happened more recently is he was, I blocked him from everything, so he was contacting me through my wife, who, side note, doesn't even believe he's a Christian. She's known him almost as long as I have. She does not believe the guy is even a Christian. But I've never said, hey, go ahead and block him. Why? Because then she will be on the, she abandoned me list, and she'll become a target for him. And then I'd have to respond. This is actually me trying to protect him again. Look, if Sam sends you messages, you can just go ahead and relay those to me and stuff like that. Don't do anything to set him off, because then he's going to go after you. And then I am going to have to open my mouth about him. So anyway, but in his mind, I betrayed him by disassociating with him. So I've abandoned him, and I am a target, and I have to be stalked and harassed at all costs. You also, just because in his mind, I abandoned him and chose you. And so you're a target, but also he goes after anything that someone is like focusing on as something that they want to do in life, and he'll become the opposite of that. Look, AP, pick some issue tomorrow. Say, I really love Japan. Watch him become,
Japan is the most evil place in the world. It must be destroyed. Why don't we drop more nuclear bombs on them?
That's what he'll be like. Whenever he changes from, he was reformed for a while and then changed. And so whenever he's changing and then Catholic and this and that, look at who's involved with him, and look who has pissed him off recently. It's a reaction. It's all a reaction. You're dealing with a really, really weird guy.
So he's also in the chat right now, by the way. I think he stopped commenting after I pointed out that we all know it is him, but he has been uncontrollably commenting here in the chat with his alternative account, because I blocked his main account. And then once I pointed it out, he stopped commenting. But he is here. He's watching, of course. Sam, you know very well I didn't want to talk about you. You know very well David didn't want to talk about you. But you have asked for this. I know for a fact, when David told me we're going to do this, I said to him, are you sure? I think we should just I want to just ignore it. David said no. And I know that when David has set his mind to something like this, it's going to happen. So
that's true.
You asked for it, Sam, and you're going to get it.
And it's crazy. 100%. This is on him. This it's the most amazing thing ever. I'm not like exact 100% of his problems are because of him, and he blames everyone else constantly. So anyway, look, that happened. So Sam messaged me through my wife saying, hey, PBD wants to have a big thing up in Dearborn. We could take challenges from Muslims. So I'm thinking me and David, man, it'll be me and David like old times. We'll do it. And we'll take all the challenges from Muslims. And Marie made it clear that I am not and never, I'm definitely not going to work with him. That's when he starts posting, everything David does is a disaster. Nothing ever works out. What a disaster. Oh man, if you want to fail, just associate with David Wood. It's like, you were literally just begging me to go do stuff with you.
He also asked me to reach out to you and to do that. So.
Yeah. So you were literally just begging me to go do stuff and to work with you again, so you won't feel abandoned. And then when that doesn't happen, well, I'm completely useless and I just do damage, and so no one should work with me. It's like, isn't that strange that By the way, that's also a feature of borderline personality disorder. You go back and forth between, oh, this person's great. Oh, this person's terrible. Oh, this person's great. Oh, this person's terrible. Look at his reaction towards, anyway, Anthony Rogers. He used to say, Anthony is our finest apologist. Why aren't more people paying? He's the best apologist Christianity has. Now, Anthony's not even saved. He's not even a Christian. What happened? Anthony stopped working with Sam. That's how he is. So anyway, that was going on. That was going on. So he felt betrayed and had to lash out, right? I'm pointing this out because you're in the crossfire. You're in the crossfire of, he finally got the message. Like, he's been thinking for years, oh, David's just ticked off at me, so I'll let a couple years go by, and then something big will happen, and then he'll realize, oh yeah, we need to go back to being buddies again and working together, and we'll be on this. We'll go up here. Now I have it. Now I have the perfect thing. PBD, challenging Muslims in Dearborn. This is perfect. This is perfect for me and David. No. Oh, then it's wartime. So you had that, and then the other thing was the Turning Point. The Turning Point series, when it was God Logic and Inspiring Philosophy and me and other guys, and we take a picture, and Sam he has a desperate need to be a part of that, right? He wants to be part of the group. He wants to be part of the gang. He wants to be hanging out and doing stuff. It's just, he ends up attacking everyone in a group until no one wants to do anything with him. And then he gets mad at the group. Again, 100% of this guy's problems are caused by him. And there's no scenario where he can actually blame himself. And, well, let me put this. I've seen him actually. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know. He can get like that. It's just, it never leads to change.
Yeah.
It never leads to him actually changing. It's the entire world needs to change to adapt to him. But under no circumstances does he need to change. And he gets enraged that the entire world isn't changing to revolve around him. Anyway, that's what happened. Hey, I'm not part of this group anymore, so I'm getting really mad. I should have been there. Guess what? You should have been there, Sam. If you had the slightest bit of self-control, you'd have been leading it. We're all irrelevant. We should have been there, like, being your cheerleaders. You could have done it all.
Hey, Sam, I hope it makes you happier to know that I was actually the first person to be invited to that group. But I told them I can't do it right now. So, but here are some other people who would also be fantastic for it. Hope you're happy about that. Maybe if you weren't such a scumbag to everybody, maybe you would be also one person to be recommended by others for such things all the time. But you're a scumbag. That's what you are. So just very briefly before we move on from this topic, and I have zero problems talking about this topic now. I did have before. I have zero right now. Somebody said Sam predicted these attacks on him to avoid the main issue at hand, says Black Knight EJ. I'm going to tell you, Black Knight, Sam can say whatever he wants. We are going to address everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Okay?
Yeah.
On Sunday, everything will be addressed. So whatever question he brought up about me, whatever question others brought up about me will be addressed. And I will be completely honest about everything. And then we will be completely honest about Sam.
Yeah. And look at this. And Sam always says, I'm predicting this, when it's like, it's obvious. So think about the prediction, right? So he's saying, AP needs to be called out. AP needs to be exposed. When is David going to expose AP? When is he going to separate from AP and to call him out and expose this and condemn this? And I said, and I responded to something, okay, if we're going to do that, then we'll just start exposing stuff. He knew where that was going. He knew instantly where that was going. It was, hey, I don't believe in running it. I mean, it has to be pretty extreme for me to say, okay, this needs to be publicly condemned and so on. Most stuff, it's like, okay, work behind the scenes, maybe with some friends and so on, and relevant parties and stuff like that. But there's no scenario where I just like start calling people out. And so he knew where this would go. And so to preempt that, and think about this, what was I just saying? The guy does not believe rules apply to him.
Yeah.
So he starts posting, oh, and are they going to attack me too? No, you don't get to do that. You just, oh, okay, so let me get this straight. The rule is AP does something, AP has to be exposed, condemned, blasted by everyone. But if Sam Shamoon does a million times worse over and over and over again, that rule doesn't apply to him, right? So the rule is, anyone except Sam, but especially people that Sam is mad at because they're associating with people who have abandoned him, They have to be exposed and humiliated for anything they've done. But this rule does not apply to Sam, can never apply to Sam. And who's coming up with this rule? Sam. Sam has a rule. Everyone else needs to be exposed, especially people who he's mad at, but never him. That's his rule. Okay. We reject the rule, Sam. We reject the rule. And you can tell all your followers, if your followers are stupid enough to fall for that, oh, he's got a great point there. If this is just about AP, then what are they going to bring Sam into it for? Oh, I don't know, because the whole thing is Sam's made the entire thing about him. He's inserted himself into the middle of this, and he's laying down rules for moral behavior. If you do not do this, this, and this, then you are evil. Okay, well, we have to follow the rule, at least with the parties involved here. No one else, just so everyone else, you're all safe. We're only applying to this rule to the 3 people involved in this conversation.
And Sam, I'm not your wife. You can't just beat me as you wish and then silence me. So, but that's what you like to do. I told us that you were gone so long. User Tallymood says, "Hey AP, you came all the way to Israel and didn't give us a chance to spit." I actually went up to multiple Jews and asked them why they don't spit on me, and they were very confused. Dawa Troll said, "I am glad you."
Wait! What?
What?
Say that again.
I went up to Jews and asked them why they're not spitting on me, and they were very confused.
Did you see what Sam's been posting these long live streams? I haven't watched them, but I saw his posts. I saw his regular they're just called YouTube posts where you just post something. That only takes a second. So I've seen some of that, but you posted, "Hey, I walked around Jerusalem and didn't get spit on." And he's like, "Then what about this priest that they spit on?" Right? It's like, AP, when you say I walked through Jerusalem and didn't get spit on, what position are you responding to with that?
That if I walk through Jerusalem with a cross, people will spit on me.
And where does that position come from? Who's maintaining that position? And I'm saying, because guys, they're completely serious about this. They think that if a Christian walks down the street in Jerusalem or anywhere else in Israel, Jews start spitting on the person, right? And I was confused by this because, I walked around with a group of Christians the first time, and I was there 10 days, I don't remember. And then we were there. I'm prancing around the entire city, wearing a cross the entire time. We went to Michael Rappaport's bar mitzvah with 40 IDF soldiers, and we just walk up in there and stuff like this. Bar mitzvah. No one so much as looks at me wrong. No one's like, oh, in other words, no one even went, oh, nothing like that, let alone spitting on me and stuff. So anyway, you're responding to the idea that a Christian cannot walk around in Israel without getting spit on. Why? Because it's a false idea, and it's spread by evil, sick people who just want everyone mad at Jews. It's like, okay, if you want to get mad at Jews, at least let it be based on something that Jews are doing. We've pointed out many times, and I interviewed a Christian in Israel. It's on my channel where I asked him about this. We've done multiple shows where we bring up this issue. There is one radical sect that other groups don't even like that spit in the direction of Christians, right? And guess what? We condemn that. Stop that. That's sick. That's evil. You know what else is evil? Saying that this is what Jews in general do. That's evil. That's false. So AP tried to respond to that just flat out lie, that Christians can't walk around without getting spit on. And Sam lost his mind. How dare you correct that? Why? Because now he's in full anti-Jew mode, because he's aligning with the Groypers, because AP went to Israel right after Sam got abandoned by David Wood again, and got abandoned by the group again because of his behavior, but he can't acknowledge that it's his behavior, so he has to lash out at everyone else. And that's how it looks. It's pathetic, man. It's just pathetic.
It is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The funny thing is, you were walking around with your cross at the holiest site of Jews right now, like at the Western Wall. And you went into that place right next to it where they are all reading and praying and studying the Torah with your cross on it. Nobody even looked at you.
Oh yeah, I actually went up into the room where they write out the Torah and stuff like that. I actually burst up in there and stuff like that. And they
if at that point they asked you, could you please cover this up or remove this, I would understand that,
Yeah.
But you just walk through that place and
no one said anything. No one said anything. That's what I mean. It's like you got the Groypers, and it's like Jews sit around all day cursing Jesus and spitting at Jews. That's what they do. I mean, spitting at Christians. That's what they do. That's what they do all day. And it's like, okay, if you have a legitimate criticism, use a legitimate criticism. The vast majority of criticisms I hear are factually false. And the people use them just don't care that they're factually. They don't care even slightly. It's just any stick is good enough to whack a Jew with. Doesn't matter if it's completely made up nonsense.
Whack a Jew. Whack a Jew. Whack a Jew. Whack a Jew. Let me see if I can quickly, let's see. Sort by name, number. I've had some very nice interactions with them Jews.
When they were spitting on you?
Yeah, let's see. Let me see if I can quickly run through this and see if something's happening right there.
Don't run through it in a zoot sense, though.
Never in a zoot sense.
They must go.
Quick question about religious belief. Do you worship Ezra, and do you believe that Ezra is the son of God?
Do I believe in Ezra?
It is funny how they're like, if you're Muslim, you got to be like, oh, he's lying. He's trying to cover up the fact that they all worship Ezra.
It's so funny. Every single Jew that I asked was like, "What?"
Yeah, when I asked one, he's like, "I got a cousin, Ezra."
Oh man, I asked him about the cross. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, here. So what I did is I walked around. I walked up to religious Jews. This guy is a very nice guy. I actually later found out that he also does some content, and his name is Zelig or something like that. Yeah, Zelig. I don't know if, what else he does, but I'm going to publish this video as a whole because I think this was a beautiful conversation. But what I did was, so I went up to religious Jews with like this, without a cross, right? And then in the middle of the conversation, I take out my cross and say, so I'm actually a Christian. And what do you think about this? Do you want to spit on me because I'm a Christian? Can I wear this cross around you and stuff like that? So these were just questions that I asked some people. Aside from that, I also did a whole thing where I just walked around with a cross through the Jewish quarter and filmed the entire thing. And I asked beforehand, I brought this up beforehand to a Christian who lives there as well, and said, I'm going to make a video recording myself walking with the cross through the Jewish quarter to see what happens. He told me it's probably going to be a very, very boring video. So it was indeed a very boring video.
What? You getting the crap beat out of you and having a bunch of Jews like spit all over you? That you think that's boring? That's exciting stuff, man.
Let's see what he says here. Do we have a preview of this?
Another proof. It's there's something nonsensical in the Quran.
Show him and ask him if he spits on you.
Oh yeah, so I'm a Christian.
Yes.
You might not have noticed that, but I have a big cross here. I'm a Christian.
Okay.
Why? I see that you're not spitting on me. So
why should I spit on you? You sound like a really cool guy. You obviously believe in God. You obviously believe in what we call the Only Testament, but you call the Old Testament, which is fine. The only thing we might disagree with, and then there's the New Testament. But most of your Bible is our Torah. And so our religion is like 90% the same. I might think you might have a mistaken identity in who the Messiah is, but that's cool because the person you believe in Messiah was an Orthodox Jewish rabbi. So that's cool.
And by the way, I think that you are mistaken about things.
That's okay. That's okay.
What, you're not going to beat me up for that?
No, we have this thing in Israel. We have this concept that says 2 Jews, 3 opinions. So you got a Jew and a non-Jew. Maybe that's 4 opinions. God, who knows? But I gotta say, you're a good guy. I could see in your eyes. I could see you have a good soul. Therefore, I love you. You are one of God's children.
I love you too.
Thank you, bro. You are one of God's children. We're all descended from one family that survived the flood, which is the family of Noah, who was considered a righteous man in his generation. I'm descended from him. You're descended from him.
Dude. Oh, hey.
Continue.
Yo, this is what I thought for a while is what's needed. Just like actually, I thought for years that someone just needs to go around interviewing Jews, and even like Jews who are like angrier at like the angry ones, the ones who will spit at you, just because what you see when you're there is it's extremely diverse. in opinions, and everyone thinks, I mean, all the groypers and stuff, they think Jews are just sitting around, oh, how can we destroy the Christians and destroy them? And so I thought this is what's needed. That's why I said, hey, you need a show that's like Jews React, where you just got like 3 or 4 regular Jews who react to stuff that's said about them and so on, because it's good to get actual, this is normal. This is a normal response you'd get in Israel. And so if you want to say, hey, there's this messed up sect over here, say that. If you want to say there's a rabbi who's messed up over here, say that. All this, the Jews, okay, I can't take that seriously when you either are completely ignorant. If you're saying that, you're either completely ignorant or you're just evil and you know you're lying. So in neither case do I take what you're saying seriously. So anyway, wild stuff, but that's good stuff, man.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. I have multiple such videos with different Jews, with people who are religious, with people who are not so religious, with people who are Orthodox, with people who are just, random and all that. So there's some really good stuff to look at here. Alhamdulillah.
Powerful.
And nobody beat me up, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. The only person that almost beat me up over there when I was in Jerusalem because I couldn't behave myself was an Arab taxi driver.
Mr. Chance, taxi driver, you had him.
That was the moment. That was the one moment where I really lost my cool and almost turned into old AP, because I called a taxi, and Jerusalem is such a mess. Called a taxi drove past me. Like, okay, all right. Call another taxi stops for a second and then drives past again and doesn't even cancel the order. And I'm like, all right. Then I'm walking, trying to figure things out, and then I see some big taxi vehicle drive by and it's like, hey, come here. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking I should not be jumping into that taxi, but I did it anyway. So the guy tells me, do you have cash? Yeah, I do.
It is 500 shekels for a 2-minute drive. Everyone knows this.
Where are you going? After like 1 minute of driving. Where are you going? To the Yad Vashem. Okay, Yad Vashem, 150 shekels. From the freaking west, from Jaffa Gate. It's not 150 shekels. It is at most 40 shekels. Like, no, it's very far away, 150 shekels. Like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let me look it up. No, okay, it's 30 to 40 shekels. 30 to 40 shekels. Like, no, it's very far away, very far. And there's lots of traffic. Very, very much traffic, very far away. It is not Jerusalem. It is outside Jerusalem. Very difficult, very expensive. 150 shekels. I'm not giving you 150 shekels. Yeah, 150 shekels. Okay, stop and let me out. Okay, I let you out. 50 shekels first. So I'm like, no, 0 shekels. I don't give you anything. Okay. And then he hits the brakes to intimidate me. It's like, what? No. So, yeah, nothing. 0. Nothing. Let me out. It's like, 50 shekels? No. I drove you all the way here, 50 shekels. I said, you drove me like for 2 minutes, man. That's 10 shekels at most. I'm not giving you any money. Let me out. It's like, 50 shekels, give me now. And then I'm like, all right, I'm calling the police, man. So I take my phone and start calling. I actually start calling the police. They're on the phone with me. I put it on a loudspeaker. He hears it. And I tell them that this guy is, that the taxi driver is actually threatening me and trying to take 50 shekels from me when he only drove me for 2 minutes after making up this whole story. And he's like, 50 shekels, give me the phone. I will talk to them. Hand you over my phone. Are you freaking serious, man? Eventually, he violently stops the vehicle, runs over to the door, opens it violently. Come on, give me 50 shekels. And the way I am, I'm like, no. I mean, 50 shekels is like, what, $20?
Yeah.
And I just don't want to give it to him.
That's dumb, man. Give him the shekels, man, and get out of there.
I want to, if he asked me for 10 shekels at that point, I wouldn't give it to him because that's how I feel at that moment. And the woman at the phone, the police responder, is like, please, try to de-escalate, and all that. Try to resolve the situation. And I'm like, de-escalate. No. I'm not cooperating with this guy at all. Eventually, I thought to myself, dude, you don't need to be doing this. You're in Jerusalem, surrounded by a bunch of Arabs, and you have this big violent Arab guy threatening you. Shouldn't be doing this. So I handed him over 40 shekels. And then he was like, ah! Then he walked away. And then I very loudly told him to F off. Of course, good thing is he didn't respond. He just jumped into the taxi and drove off.
All right. This big F off, AP, we'll have to be covering that on Sunday when we're exposing you for your evils.
And then another taxi driver came right after him. I was like, oh, where you want to go? And I shouted with all my might, F off. So
you were going full AP, man.
And then I thought,
knows you never go full AP.
And then I thought, all right, I'm not going to the Yad Vashem anywhere. I'm not going anywhere today. I just want to go home. Just want to go to my hotel room. And then I ordered a taxi, and then a Jewish taxi driver arrived, and suddenly everything was good again.
Did you go to Yad Vashem?
No.
What the heck, man? Just went home?
Yeah. But anyway, that was just a very difficult day. It was a very dark day. Then everything got better again. So, yeah. It's just part of being in the Middle East, you know. Dower Troll said, I'm glad you're home state. I saw a clip of the Jew Tal making you work on your Zapiv on that wall. Weird. Anyway, miss you. I had a lot of fun with the Traveling Clat is his channel, with Tal from the Traveling Clat. He's a very, very good guy. I hung out and recorded a bunch of stuff with him. And he also helped me out with the trolling a little bit. So I recorded a video with him where I go up to the Western Wall, and some people had like big problems with that.
You just got to ham it up, man. Have the thing wrapped around your arm and start talking. Start like, oi, vey, what is all this?
I even saw. Guess what? Sam Shimoon even posted about it. Like, it's an obvious troll video, man. It's an obvious troll video where I'm standing there, and Tal is asking me if I want my $7,000.
They're admitting it. They're bragging about it.
And I go to the wall, and I even say, "There's no spotty, man. There are too many Jews here." And then I go to the wall, and touch it a little bit. Then I come back. That's the video, and Sam Shimoon actually posted about it because he's an idiot. Apple Baker said, ABL, the 25th anniversary of 9/11 will be presided over by someone who was not affected by it. In fact, by someone who cheered it. So disgusting. Well. What you gonna do? I hope that everything goes well for the future of New York City. Ayatollah Khamenei, Sam never goes live by himself. The orbs are always with him.
What's that mean anyway?
You don't know about the orbs, right?
No. Oh, wait, wasn't he like something happened and he got freaked out by it? There was like something in the video or something?
There's like dust flying through the thing or something.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, is this an orb? Is this an angel? Yeah, so apparently he's so holy that his live streams are, visited by angels and all that. So, yeah, and that's what happens when you're Sam Shimoon, when you're so holy. Alhamdulillah. Recycle Bin Laden says, what's the worst that would happen if Temple built? The Antichrist.
Yeah, if you're Andrew Wilson, it's the Antichrist.
Dude, don't talk trash about Andrew Wilson. He's going to be mad at me again.
Too late.
Dollar Troll.
I didn't say. He would agree with what I just said. He'd say, yeah, that's darn right.
Yeah. Sam seems like the type of guy who would rather be beaten in the desert by himself. He's all right for a guy who knows how it smells like. Why are there 100 super chats? We didn't even talk about anything of substance here. So
yeah, people are just excited to see you, man.
Nice.
Been gone. They didn't know. They thought everyone's saying you converted to Judaism. You're going to stay there, man.
I actually recorded a video with. I was on that channel. So Be It, the Messianic Jewish channel. Talked to them a little bit. I also interviewed them. They interviewed me, and we talked about that aspect as well. What do you think about Messianic Jews, David?
Pretty based.
Think so? Interesting. On behalf of this Jewess, we love and appreciate you, AP. Thank you, Safta Levite. Appreciate it. And I love you guys too. Ayatollah Khamenei, guy who blocked the door, had Al Zut on the brain. I remember when I used to watch a channel called Apostate Prophet. It was so long ago. Those were the good times. LOL, nice to see you back. Thank you, Songs of Relief. Those were the days.
Hold up.
What? Hold up.
Someone keeps spamming this over and over again. Kaioken, so it's a Sam fan or another Sam account. Weren't y'all the guys that used Sam's debates for views and super chat? Y'all say you guys want nothing to do with him? I can smell hypocrisy, David. Yeah, we watch Candace Owens videos too. We watch Tucker Carlson videos as well. We watch Nick Fuentes clips. Us watching something does not mean we agree with the person or we're on the same page with. With that said, Sam could have gone down in history as the greatest apologist against Islam who ever walked the planet. I spent years telling him, if you could get your temper under control, if you could take the necessary steps to get that part of yourself under control, I believe you could destroy Islam single-handedly by yourself. That's what I spent years telling him. And every single year I watched him get worse until not interested in interacting with this guy anymore. If you had some sort of big debate, are we happy to go through that and examine arguments? Yes, arguments is the one thing on the planet Sam is good at. Sam is good.
Today on, actually, no, I am no longer interested at all.
Yeah, so Sam is good at arguing against Islam or defending Christianity against Islam. That's what he's good at. Everything else, he's pretty terrible.
What the hell, man?
What?
Libel says, when you addressed Sam Shamoun Sunday, he called my then 10-year-old granddaughter a you-know-what, a prostitute, a whore. After I asked a question on her behalf and she read it, go down on him like ton of bricks. He's vile.
And what's crazy is I still wouldn't even be going after him if he weren't insisting upon it. He's insisting that terrible behavior must be exposed by me. Okay. Well, he's saying that about AP, so I have to have it out with AP to make Sam happy. But to be consistent, rules apply to you, Sam. I know you think they don't, but they do.
Sam Sharmut. Off topic, but important, because I think we're in a house divided moment. After Tucker and Candace joining the Groypers, I think we can't ignore the Groypers conspiracy theorists. Tucker Candace sucked the movement, made it to be taken by their evil spirit. Ben Shapiro would need to step up. There was a time not too long ago where I thought that the whole Groyper thing was a little bit, was just insignificant. Right now, with Tucker Carlson amplifying it and Candace Owens amplifying it, others amplifying it and defending it. Today, Brett Cooper actually complaining because somebody called Nick Fuentes a Nazi.
Yeah, a guy who constantly praises Hitler.
I feel like there's something really, really wrong with the right in America.
It's bad.
And it is a little bit concerning, but I don't want to be too concerned about it. But this is also what prompts me to make to talk about how there's something wrong specifically with the right in America. The funny thing is, this is not going on in Europe. This is not going on among the right in Europe. There is no big trend of anti-Semitism and fascism and Nazi stuff in Europe among the right, because those people have real problems. So I actually have a lot of love and respect for the right in Europe at this point, looking at what the hell is going on in America. This is really, really weird. Apparently, America is so devoid of real problems that people start making fake problems and becoming Groypers and all that stuff. It's pretty embarrassing.
Hang on.
What? Hang on.
Sam says, you said you want nothing to do with. Stop shifting the goalpost, buddy. Yeah, when I say want nothing to do with, meaning I don't want to be associated with this. I want nothing to do with Candace Owens. I will still watch Candace Owens clips and expose the things she said. I want nothing to do with Nick Fuentes. Nothing. I will still watch Nick Fuentes clips. So I'm talking about associating with the person. So hope that makes things clear for you, Sam. What?
Nothing. Zrid says Dawabunga brother Ridwan and a brother. I just read my name somewhere else and read it into this. Brother AP and David Wood. I've been noticing Sam's been off recently. So far, anyone reading this, please keep him in your prayers. Much love, AP, and I hope your trip went great. Thank you. I have to remind myself of that as well. I am sickened by how many so-called conservatives are abandoning support for Israel and being mute on jihad. They must be possessed by demons, and they're also very much under the global Muslim influence, unfortunately.
Right.
So,
one second. There you go. Why don't you just have a conversation with Sam if you guys disagree on stuff?
disagree on stuff?
Yeah. Hey, Cam Dirt.
Disagree.
Cam Dirt, 2 reasons. One, I've had hundreds of conversations with Sam over the years. I've realized it's a complete waste of time. He does not believe that the rules apply to him. Scripture is a weapon to attack other people. It is not something that applies to him. So why? Why? Show me why I should want to just be having these friendly conversations with someone that I did that for 20 years with. 20 years of my life, I tried to help that guy reach his potential. What's the end of it all? Attacking me. And you're saying, oh, just have a conversation with him. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is, did Sam say, oh, well, I disagree with AP, so let's have a discussion. Let's have a friendly conversation. Is that what he said? No, expose him, destroy him, separate from him. That's what he said. So I'm applying his rule. So what you're asking me right now is, why are you applying Sam's rule to him? That's what you're asking me. And because that's a biblical principle. The measure you use, it will be measured to you.
Those were the days, my friend.
I thought they'd never end.
A ball pain hammer says it's weird how Jews are still fighting Gazan Philistines after thousands of years. Some things never change. Yeah, except they're not Philistines. They just call themselves.
That's just the way it is.
Press Trump says USA may bomb Boko Haram. Thoughts? I don't have any thoughts about it.
Yeah, I'd have to look through the details, but I did like the overall approach. Him saying, government, you better do something. Or, 1, we're going to cut off aid to your country. So you're talking piles and piles of money that go to Nigeria. So you're going to lose piles and piles of money if you do not protect the Christians. And 2, he said, and if you don't do anything, not only are we going to withhold aid, we may intervene over there.
Powerful.
And take care of the terrorists ourselves.
Aquila says, how dare you do your first
You all right?
life in 10 Zut years at 1 a.m. UK time? What kufr, Mr. Zutstein? P.S. As an ex-most Christian, I would have just pretended. I tried to pretend, but it didn't work. So, how many $7,000 payments did you get while in Israel? When should I expect mine? Any word from the higher-ups? Well, I was there for 12 days, so I got 12 $7,000 payments. It's actually not per post, it's per day. I still haven't really calculated how much money I made while I was there, but per day, the Israeli government paid me $7,000 for supporting Israel and saying good things about Israel. In addition to that, I also got $7,000 for every single video that I recorded there. So there will be $84,000 plus how many videos did I record? There are around 30 videos. So that would be $210,000. So $300,000. And then while I was there, for every tweet that I made, I also received $7,000. So in addition to that, that would be $70,000. And then I also, for every response that I gave to people while I was on Twitter and over there, they also paid me $7,000. So I would say I made roughly $700,000 in $7,000 payments while I was in Israel. It's good enough. I can't complain. You know. Ortho Zutlips, AP, you're acting like Mike Winger. I could only dream of acting like the Honorable Mike Winger.
Hey, look here. Here's Sam again. He's got multiple accounts. Let Sam up on the live. Why would we do that? Why? Why? Guys, again, I've had hundreds of conversations with him. He does not believe rules apply to why. We've agreed to apply a standard. What more could you ask for than that? You're behaving like a Mohammedan coward. Yep, this is definitely Sam. You were the first to mock Ali Dawah and Muhammad Hijab. For what? What are you referring to? Yeah, we mocked those guys, but for what? Yet you stand not answering about AP leaving his wife. Is there some time limit? Didn't we say we'd address this stuff on Sunday? Didn't we say that, AP?
Yeah. I was very clear about that.
That's what I didn't understand. When you take off, and Sam starts, you have to respond to this, you have to say this right. And I'm like, under what rule would I not wait until AP is back? Like why? I knew almost nothing about what happened. I'm just supposed to start flipping out and getting things wrong like Sam did and not caring that I'm getting all kinds of things wrong when, wait a minute, AP is going to be back in a couple of weeks and we could just have a discussion about it then. Why wouldn't I? And somehow this is, but you're not answering. So what are you saying? You're saying that before having information, I need to just start condemning people. Guys, do you see Sam here? You see Sam? This is his view. And guess what? It only applies to people he's mad at. It never, ever, ever applies to him. You could have video proof of something he's doing. And you're not allowed to say anything about it ever because the rules don't apply to him. And you can see it.
It's too late for that, bro.
Too late. That ship has sailed, buddy. That ship has sailed. Flip out. Get enraged. Act impulsively, dude. Look up borderline personality disorder. One of the features is this impulsive attacking response to anyone that you think is disagreeing with you, which people can see every time you're challenged on anything, and then not realizing how much damage this does to you, and then figuring out later why no one wants anything to do with you anymore, and you can't figure it out. It's your behavior 100% of the time. Look at a mirror. If you're mad anytime you're mad about your problems, go over to a mirror and say, why did you do this to me?
Why did you do this to me? So when David took one psychology course, now he thinks he's...
I took multiple psychology courses.
I did too. I know I think I'm a psychiatrist. But yeah, that sounds very much like it. So, not football or soccer, it's lame game. Ash, I'm banning you hereby. Thank you. Aquila says, AP should have asked Palestinian Muslim adults if they remember Farfour, or ask the kids too. That would be a good question.
That would be good one. You guys remember Farfour?
Jake, the constipated physician, has been slandering you while you were away. Good to have you back, AP. David Wood was lost without you. Now, I mean, I would expect that from Muslims. You know, of course it will come from Muslims, but when it comes from the one unhinged so-called Christian, it's just a different thing. So, Ayatollah Khamenei, AP getting banned from the Zut Shack by an obvious Turk door guard is committing gold. It is. They didn't allow me to go into the Zut yard, the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Isa Gang! Ask Nick Fuentes about the Super Bowl parties, his Catboy date, his dislike for Lord of the Rings, his hunting, and the people he alienated. I don't want to ask Nick Fuentes anything. Welcome back, AP. Keep getting edit and try again messages. So I guess this is all I can say today. AM is on R. What? AM is on R. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Yeah. Can you talk about the rumors of you being spat on? So there's actually one here. Let's see. It's Hyperactive as one of the ones who actually admitted it and said, AP, I tried to find you in Israel just to prove the Jews spit on Christians rumor is 100% correct, but you escaped in the last second. See, there were some people who did try to spit on me. Paul, I'm sad to hear. I will claim that I think Israel is on the right due to the events from 1849 to 1948. After that, Jews couldn't take their guard down. Powerful. David said $7,000.
Booyakasha.
Well, at least the Muslims didn't disappoint AP, says Giovanni Garcia. I know Muslims never disappoint. They always keep up their reputation as the worse in the conflict. Islamic Heaven is one big Diddy party. Breaking news: AP says Middle East is a big mess. Who knew? Deborah Linilli.
Hold up. Sam keeps spamming this over and over again. You can look. He's posted it like 50 times already. You got buried and embarrassed by Sheikh Uthman, and Avery made light work of him, lol. You're showing your true colors. What true colors would those be?
I see your true colors.
David, you have to condemn AP for this, even though you know way worse things about Sam Shamoun, and he has always demanded complete silence on all of this. You could call me a hypocrite. But I'm gonna end the hypocrisy. Just gonna call everyone out. Me, AP, and Sam, and say we got people in Sam because in pointing out hypocrites. Sheep fans, I say. Sam Shamoun is pointing out hypocrites. Guys, I have never in my entire life met a bigger hypocrite than Sam Shamoun. Never, not one. Clip that, Dawa guys. Don't care. Your religion is crumbling anyway. But guys, Sam, he judges everyone he disagrees with according to an impossible standard that no one could ever live up to. And there are, again, no rules that apply to him ever. And what's he do? What he's great at like apologetics and theology and stuff like that. So this draws people in. That's what he uses. He uses that to get people around him. And then he starts abusing them horribly to keep them realizing that they can never question anything he does. And you see it, guys. You see it. It gets programmed in you. You are not allowed to disagree with anything this guy says. Question anything this guy says. Why? He is beyond question. Okay. Here's a standard for AP. Here's a standard for Sam Shamoun. That's Sam's rule. If AP does something, must be exposed, must be publicly exposed. If Sam does something, everyone must be quiet about it forever. Shh. Okay, that's his rule. That is a hypocrite. Shh. That is the definition of a hypocrite. And he is the biggest I've ever seen. The Muslims are not the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen. Sam Shamoun is the biggest hypocrite I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, you guys throw your tantrums for him. Sam, you throw your tantrum. Just know, dude, when you're flipping out over this and when you're thumping your chest and you're mad at us, I'm just seriously confused, especially since we've pointed it out like 20 times here. How do you not realize that you're the cause of this? How do you not realize, oh, I'm mad about them doing this right now? How does it not go into in that big brain of yours, that big apologetics brain? How does it not go through your head? Darn, and I demanded this. I literally demanded this. How? I can't figure it out. I can't believe that this is happening. Oh, how does it not in your head? Oh, I'm the cause of that. And I can't believe that's happening. Oh, I'm the cause of that. Oh, and how about this? Oh, I'm the cause of that. And this too. Oh, I'm the cause of it. How does it not enter your head that you're the cause of all of your problems? And you blame everyone else for the problems that you cause. You have the psychological stability of a toddler. And you use apologetics to get people basically worshiping you. You draw them in with that. Hey, I'm great at apologetics. And they go, oh, he's great at apologetics. Wow, it's awesome arguments. And that's how you get control over them. And then they eventually see your true colors and they want nothing to do with you. And then you flip out and lose your mind because your abandonment issues, because you can't handle Again, I don't know what happened to you as a kid. Never asked. Something happened to you, buddy, that made you like flip out and lose your mind when someone abandons you. You become like the most deranged stalker on the planet, following people around. It's pathetic, dude. It's pathetic. And literally all you have to do is look up psychiatrists near me on Google, then go to one of those psychiatrists, walk in there, and say, I have the biggest case of borderline personality disorder with some narcissistic tendencies that you've ever seen and it's destroying my life, destroying my relationships. I cannot be happy. I'm constantly miserable. I surround myself only with people online who agree with everything I said. Everyone else I drive away. Everyone else I condemn and drive away, and I start calling their mothers whores. Can you help me? And the answer would be yes. because there are other people in the world who have borderline personality disorder. And psychologists actually have tips and therapies for helping you to live like a normal human being. But why is this irrelevant? Because you don't believe that you need to change. You believe that the entire world needs to change to cater to you because you are an egomaniac. God blessed you with abilities that I've never seen in another human being. God blessed you with those abilities to glorify him, to defend the church, and to expose Islam. And you do that a little bit. Most of what you do is bring everyone under your control and attack everyone who's not under your control. That's how you use it. Degrading people with the most disgusting ways of speaking that I've ever heard in my life. And you do this to everyone around you to control them. Sick stuff. But anyway, guys, that's enough about Sam. That's enough about Sam. See you all on Sunday.
To make matters worse, aside from just attacking me, he also started posting in favor of conspiracy theories, such as that Charlie Kirk was probably betrayed by people within and was probably killed in a conspiracy or something like that. How dare you, absolute filthy scumbag. You filthy, disgusting, lying scumbag. I don't care how good you are with your knowledge on the Bible or the Quran. When you're going to do things like that, you absolute, filthy, disgusting scumbag. You giant, fat man-child. You're going to get it. Sunday. Ostidistry says, a ragtag band of Muslim scientists travel back in time to save their prophet from an unusually embarrassing hadith, but he and his companions turn out to be a lot more than they bargained for. Back to the zoot.
Back to the zooter, man. It's like Back to the Future, but back to the zooter.
Rick Newton, not everyone who names Jesus is a Christian.
Dude, we eventually need like a film crew or something like that, because when people blurt out, that sounds like an idea I would come up with. I've had time travel ideas, but it involved like the Terminator going back in time and stuff like that. But a group of Muslim scholars wanting to go back in time to erase the story of Al-Zut and then getting more than they bargained for.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Little Dippin' Sauce says, did you guys know that the eyes are the leather strap of Momo's Zoot hole? Islamophobia Awareness Month. Glad you're back safe. I didn't know that. Thank you. Thank you for telling us.
Hey, it is Islamophobia Awareness Month, dude.
It is. You should be making videos every day now. So.
Oh, I should. That should have been the motivation. I wanted to make a video earlier today and didn't get to it.
See? You see? The world has gone mad and all of society has gone insane. Keep the faith and rest in Christ the victor. Alhamdulillah. Whispers become Protestant. Just kidding, not really do what you want. No, not do what you want. Maybe you should encourage that. Or we should encourage something. I don't know. Hey, AP, do you check your email? Is there a place to send fan mail where you'll actually read it? I have to be very honest. I used to be less honest about this because I tried to be better about it, but now I've just accepted my situation. So I just want to be outright open about it. I look at most of the email that I get. I would say I look at probably everything that I get, unless it is too long. And by too long, I mean longer than a sentence. The chances that I respond to it are very low. Not because I don't care, but rather because I'm very terrible. And but my email address is ap@apostateprofit.com. If you send something, I will most likely or almost definitely look at it. Nathan Kim says, hey, AP and David, I love you guys. I wanted to ask, are the Arabs descendants of Abraham's son Ishmael like Muslims claim they do? Not really. Although some believe that, but yeah. David, what do you say about this?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are mixed, so you'd probably find percentages of DNA and stuff like that, but we're the descendants of Ishmael. Put it this way, if we're the descendants of Ishmael to fulfill the prophecy to Abraham and so on, then one, you guys need to show that Muhammad is the descendant of Ishmael and so on. And you got a pretty crap case for that. But then two, you have to show that that's even what that passage is talking about. Because God says, hey, I'm going to make of Ishmael a great nation. That already happened. That happens by Genesis 25. So it happened already.
Powerful. Giovanni Garcia. I feel like you should schedule the Sunday live stream now already, just to. No, maybe you shouldn't. You should schedule it one day ahead, just to gather everyone. It's going to be the gathering of the decade.
Yeah, that's So I mean, think about this, because Sam's right. I'm smart. You're smart in one area, and every other area you are completely, utterly, totally beyond stupid. It's like you're dropped on your head at some point, and your brain went turbocharged in one area and completely useless in every other area. But think about how smart he is. There's one guy who can completely just like crush him at any point. But that guy doesn't want to crush him at all and has spent decades of his life trying to avoid that and actually protecting him from being crushed by all the other people around him who want to crush him. Right? So there's one guy who can completely destroy him, who's not scared at all of his threats. I'll destroy you. Oh no, I'm so scared of Sam Shamoon. But who doesn't want to destroy him, is still hoping against hope that this guy will eventually change and use his abilities just for the glory of God and not for abusing everyone around him. There's one guy who can do all that. And what's Sam's genius move? I'll just keep attacking this guy and everyone around him until he finally responds to me. I'm so smart. Wouldn't anyone with a functioning brain think that's like the dumbest thing you can possibly do? Mess with the one guy who can take you down anytime he wants, he just doesn't want to, but you're going to make him want to? Huh? That's the brilliant move. The other brilliant move, I already kind of brought it up. Sam has spent the years of his life making lots and lots of enemies. Lots of enemies. People who've been horribly, we saw it right here. We saw people just popping up. Oh, he said this about my wife. He said this about my daughter. He said this about this. He said this. Like, people are shocked by this, but guess what? Vast majority of people still don't know this about Sam. Once all this is really like put in people's faces, this is what you're dealing with here, guys. All those enemies he's built up are gonna, now's the time where we can all share what we know about Sam. And it's amazing because he, once again, is 100% of the reason. All the people are upset at him, it's because of things he did. It's because of the way he treats them. And then all these people like finally exposing it, guess what? That's 100% him. And what does he do? Everyone's so bad. Everyone's not doing what I want. He has the mind of he has the psychology of a toddler, a spoiled toddler flinging himself on the floor in Walmart because mommy won't buy him Skittles. They won't do what I want. Get used to it, dude. This ain't going the way you thought.
Dude, what is this stupid channel, man?
What?
I was going to just call it Sam Brancatella, but I just looked up Jake Brancatella's channel, and it's just it has just become like a gossip channel.
I was just thinking the gossip. You can tell, dude. All the Dawa channels are going to become gossip channels. Ali Dawa's channel is going to become gossip channel.
Look,
Jake's already become gossip channel.
It's just become a gossip channel apparently at this
Will
point.
they call out AP?
It's like pathetic. Does he even get any views on this stuff?
He gets views when he talks about me and when he talks about God logic.
But think about that, right? That's why they become gossip channels. They're doing Dawa. Dawa's dying. Dawa's crumbling. Dawa's a joke now.
Because nobody watches his regular stuff.
Yeah, no one is interested in Dawa anymore. So what do you have to do? Well, then all of a sudden you post a video about AP or something like this, and it got more views. Huh? Let me just keep doing that. And so that's all Dawa guys are going to have to do that.
It shows me the score for each video here, and you can see it highlighted if it outperforms in blue. Look here. He talks about me, blue. He talks about Sam Shamoon and me, and the others in me and God logic. This is where it outperforms. Then he goes back talking about regular stuff. Nobody watches it.
Hey, Jake, Hey Jake, get ready for some. We got the Sam Shamoon wars, where Sam's going to be attacking us and exposing us, and we're just going to be responding and so on, holding him accountable to his own standard and so on. But dude, since your channel sucks and is dying, we're gonna give you some help and give you some material. And for everyone who's watching, going, no, don't help the Dawa guy, guys, stop worrying about that. Dawa's pathetic. That was a joke. Dawa's not doing anything. We could run down the street butt naked, covered in Jello. It's not helping them. It's none of that's going to help them. They could have all the videos. It doesn't help them. It's a joke.
I am kind of curious about this now.
He is broadcasting for millions of people to see with no shame at all, and claim that they're Muslims attempting to get into Masjid al-Aqsa. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Dude, what is this, man? Doesn't he have better quality for his stuff? Hasn't he been doing this for like centuries?
Let's take a look.
His quality's okay. That effect was pretty
Is there a
stupid.
reason we can't look?
It was incredibly
Is
stupid.
there a reason we can't look?
Yes, it's not for to look, to interest inside.
What about as a Muslim?
You are Muslim?
Yes.
How can I do if you are?
How can you know?
Yeah, you can read some Quran.
Yeah, what do you want? 432?
432. I didn't even catch that.
What?
Did you hear that?
No.
He asks Tommy if he can recite the Quran, and then Tommy's like, yeah, what? 430? No, did you say 432?
You can read some Quran.
Yeah, what do you want? 432?
432. Okay, I probably meant 434, didn't he?
Yeah, probably at 434. It would have been funny if he quoted 434.
Verse you want me to read?
Beginning in the first of Quran. Huh?
What a bag is.
All right.
So this loser doesn't even know what Al-Fatiha is, right? Tommy Robinson, this Zionist scumbag, doesn't even know what the first chapter of the Quran is. And yet he's claiming to be...
The funny thing is, Tommy Robinson actually does know what the first chapter of the Quran is. Tommy Robinson actually does know the contents of the Quran. He talked about it in the past as well. And he even has a book about it. He actually has a book about the Quran. About all of it. But if he goes up there to be asked to recite the Quran in Arabic, he probably can't do that. So
some type of commentator on Islam and wants to tell Westerners the truth and expose the supposed truths about Islam. He doesn't even know what the first chapter of the Quran is. Not in Arabic for him to recite it. He has no idea what the guy is talking about when he says Al-Fatiha. He has no idea whatsoever, right? And he lied. The man asked him and said, "Are you a Muslim?" He said, "Yeah." He lied directly and said that he's a Muslim. Yet he's accusing Muslims of taqiyya. And
really, this is what you call lying.
Didn't it seem more like a joke and a prank?
Yeah.
What Tommy was doing?
Yeah.
Like following this, I mean, I can imagine Jake just watching like prank videos and be like, "Oh no, oh you're lying! Oh my goodness!"
And look at
like,
this.
I mean, Tommy's sitting there joking and laughing the entire time.
Look at this. He answered a question by being untruthful in this video, which is titled Top 100 Pranks. And they accuse us of taqiyya?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawm Ad-Din Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin.
You know what would have been awesome right here?
What?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy could have made it 10 times awesomer.
He's a teacher.
So there...
Hold up.
What?
No, this video could have been so much better. I mean, based on the Muslim guy, right? He could have, as soon as you said it, he could have gone, "Well, gentlemen, then come on in," and let you guys go in there and filmed, and everyone's happy and getting along and shaking hands and high-fiving inside. Wouldn't that have been like, wouldn't that have given people a more positive impression of Islam if they saw, "Hey, Tommy's here. You know what? We're not gonna Tommy's here, AP. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in the boss. Come on in. Tell us what you're so concerned about."
Come on, boys. It's all right.
AP, the physical adulterer, commits spiritual adultery and claims that he's a Muslim and recites Al-Fatiha so that...
All right. Did I at any point in that video claim to be a Muslim?
You recited Surat al-Fatiha in Arabic.
Did I, until that point, anywhere in the video, pretend or claim to be a Muslim? Sorry.
You prayed to Allah. You literally prayed to Allah, standing outside of the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest mosque on the planet.
I heard Surah Fatiha and I jumped in and I recited Surah Fatiha. Did I claim to be a Muslim at any point? No, I didn't.
A Muslim and recites Al-Fatiha so that they can try to get into.
Wasn't it a good recitation, though? Jake, you have to admit. You have to admit. Can you at least say, Alhamdulillah, AP can recite Surah Fatiha, and it sounds beautiful. It sounds definitely more beautiful than when Ali Dawah recites it, who still can't recite it. MashaAllah, AP can recite the Quran in such a beautiful way. Alhamdulillah, MashaAllah. Oh, please add that, man.
Hey, hold up 1 second. 1 second. Abdashik here says, you guys didn't care when Sam was doing this to Muslims. I most certainly did. I most certainly did. I called him out for years. Dude. Quit talking like this.
I have to say I didn't care when he did something to Muslims, because I usually don't care when somebody does something to Muslims. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I told him for years, again, that if he, and matter of fact, I told him when Bassam Zawadi, and if Bassam remembers, he can confirm this. But Bassam Zawadi, Muslim apologist, back in the day, we used to, we'd go do something, but we'd ride together and stuff like that. But I think Bassam came over to my apartment and stuff.
Like the old.
And yeah, that's correct. And we went down to be on a New York radio show, but we were driving, and Bassam said, I'm glad Sam can't control his temper and that he constantly blurts out these insults, because if he actually had self-control, he would be leading a lot more Muslims out of Islam.
And Al-Uzza.
And I told him that. And so I spent years telling him this stuff. So I spent years telling him he would be way more effective if he wasn't just constantly like hurling pointless. It's one thing if there's a point to it, there's a good point to it. Just calling people horrible names for no reason is just stupid. I said, I side with Sam more than y'all, because at least he didn't rip the Quran. Oh, well, he didn't rip the Quran. He calls people's daughters and mothers whores and says that he wants to piss on people's mothers and hold them down for Shias to do mutta with them, but he didn't rip the Quran. Little side note here. Why'd we start ripping the Quran? Why'd that become a whole thing? This is a serious point here, guys. Why did we, those of you who are following back then, why did we start ripping the Quran, eating the Quran, and so on? What led to that whole thing being an issue? I'll tell you. Muhammad Hijab announced to all of his tons and tons of followers that they were no longer going to go after us and try to refute or destroy us. They were going to go after everyone's wives. That's what they said. He starts posting these threats of rape and torture towards people's wives and telling his followers to do the same thing. We said, okay, if this is where you want to go, if you're just, okay, we're not discussing this anymore, we're just going to use abuse and threats to control, then fine. Then why would we engage with you? We can just rip the Quran. We can just rip the Quran and eat the Quran and so on. That's what led to that. But think about this, guys. What led to that? Muhammad Hijab and his followers saying they're going after people's wives and so on now. Why is that an issue? What does Sam do when anyone disagrees with him? Goes after their mothers, their daughters, wives, everything. So if we are to be hypocrites here, we should let Sam slide. Should we be hypocrites, or should we also be enraged that, and hey, guys, I have to point out, Sam speaks worse about Christian people's mothers than I've ever seen from Hijab, Ali Dawah, any of the Dawah guys.
I agree.
Why do you guys defend it? Why do he speaks worse of
the Christian mothers of Christians and the Christian daughters of Christians
Yes.
than any Dawa guy I've ever seen.
I have
So-
never heard Muhammad Hijab or Ali Dawa speak in such vile ways about other Christians and their daughters and their mothers, the way Sam Shimoon speaks.
Horse with a flood, I'm gonna piss on her. That's how he talks. That's how he talks about people's mothers. And guys, trust me, all this stuff we're saying right now, you ain't heard nothing. You guys have heard absolutely nothing. Sorry.
Anyway, wait. Valentina Gomez is talking. Hold on, hang on a second.
We need to kick all the Muslims out of the Republican Party starting today, because these Muslims will never assimilate to the American way of life. They hate our bacon, our flag,
Our bacon.
That's what she starts.
our military, and even our dogs. And to be honest with you, they're just a bunch of inbred pedophiles. Like Andrew Cuomo, I will never pander to these jihadis by going to a mosque, to the illegals, or to the groomers that want to chop off the genitals of your children and turn them gay. So to the productive members of society, my congressional race is no longer a slide on your deck. For me, this is just an election. But for you, this is your life. And at the end of the day, politics is the only place where I can be myself and say whatever is in my beautiful heart.
You know what the funny thing about Valentina Gomez is? When you meet her in person, she's like such a sweet person.
That's what's funny.
And here she's just so hardcore.
Oh, hey, you should check out your, she had a recent one. It was just like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago, where she was talking about, she had a clip of, Khalid Yassin saying, and why did Muhammad marry Aisha at such a young age? And she comes in, because these guys are pedophiles. She, it was pretty funny.
That's pretty.
Hey, so look at this. Zane says, Sam claimed my whore mother bred me, a bastard. Now, I'm not saying Sam was wrong, but still. And here we have Suleiman says, Sam Shimoon did curse my mom too. So yeah, it's just regular behavior from I curse your mother, I curse your mother's a whore, your mother's a... And what's it over? Sam, I didn't understand your argument. Because your mother's a whore! And he's got his defenders over here. Anyway.
That's pretty messed up.
Pretty messed up.
Masjid. Why? Because Tommy Robinson had no idea what it is. And he's trying to do it. And then they say, yeah, he's our teacher. So they were thinking about...
I'm your teacher, boy.
Possibly letting AP in. He's smiling. Look at this loser, right? And then Tommy Robinson says, oh, yeah, he's our teacher. He's our teacher. We're Muslim too, but he's our teacher. And the Muslim guy, uncle there, is not having it. Doesn't allow Tommy Robinson to enter, right? So these guys are lying, posing as Muslims to try to infiltrate.
So what, man? Stop being so upset.
Couldn't he have said all of this in like a 1.5-minute video?
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, Tommy Robinson joking around tries to walk up into the Al-Aqsa Mosque and says he's a Muslim, and he's giggling and then 432 and he means 434 and so on. And then the guy says, can you recite Surat Al-Fatiha? And AP steps up and recites Surat Al-Fatiha. And it's the whole thing is supposed to be something funny, and he's making this dramatic video about it. I can't believe this. These Christians.
First off, I want to say something to Abdi Sheik here. LMAO, you guys actively cheer. It's cheers with 2 E's, not with an A. For the IDF against innocent Muslims in Gaza to be unalived. Stop playing moral high ground.
I must have missed that part.
I must have missed that too, but I'm not sure why in the world I would care about Muslim anything. So, not sure why you're using that as a point here, Abdi Sheik. Giovanni Garcia, hey AP, just wanted to let you know that I think I'm going to start heading toward Orthodox as a former Lutheran.
Big mistake. You already heard AP slam the Orthodox Church earlier in this live stream.
I've been listening to a lot of Orthodox fathers, including Father Josiah. Powerful. Yet I still went to liturgy in a Greek Orthodox Church on Sunday. How about that, David?
Wait, what?
For Sunday service.
What about it?
This Sunday, just a few days ago, I still went to an Orthodox church.
No way. Hey, look at this. Sam is an ambassador, whether you guys like it or not. He's fighting for the same cause and exceptional at it.
Satan is also an ambassador.
Yeah, and this ambassador, like the moment you say, "Hey, I'm confused by your mother's a whore. That's why you're confused, you bastard.
Oh, bastard!
That's our bastard.
Oh, Satan whore!
Yeah, are we allowed to call him out? I mean, he meets his own requirements, guys. He meets his own requirements. Like, so should we be calling him names too, and so on? So, and should we have a problem with it if we don't want that guy being our ambassador?
The idea that a Jewish state would part with $7,000 for something so worthless is preposterous. That's a good point. I am old. Greg says,
Hey,
welcome back, AP.
that should be a response, man. They should have some Jews going, "You think we're giving out this much money?"
You must be crazy. Glad you got home safe. However, no one is as pro-Israel as Chunk Yogurt. Yes, that's true. But I can't play the sound right now because it's broken. The Milkman AP challenge every hater to a Mubahala. I will. Welcome back, AP, from your Holy Land trip, says MacG. I wanted to go too, but surprise, we're getting effed. Huh, that's pretty bad. Joshua Wooden on Isabel Brown's show today. She shared how ISIS celebrated Mamdoni's NYC victory. So that's pretty cool. But welcome back, brother. Oh, at least one group is happy, so that's good. Who's Isabel Brown? What Isabel Brown? Who is Isabel Brown, David?
Don't know.
Isabel Brown. No idea who Isabel Brown is. Isabel Brown show? Interesting. That's something I haven't heard of. She's on Daily Wire now. Oh, a new Daily Wire person. Okay, I don't really watch Daily Wire. The only time that I subscribed to Daily Wire was when they fired Candace. I actually bought a 1-year Daily Wire subscription just because they fired Candace. But I never watched Daily Wire. So, Nicholas Hahn says, "I feel Islam is God's judgment on a godless West." That's how people felt about lots of things. Peace be upon me. Gotham just chose Modani. Not surprised. I think another Dearborn is forming in NY. It's obvious who and what their plan is. What you guys think? I think it's the Muslims. That's what I think. I'm not sure. How bad do you think the situation will be? How bad do you think New York? Do you think Mamdani will be for New York City?
You have multiple possibilities, right? You have people who could step in, like higher ups and stuff, and say, "Okay, you got elected. Now you need to understand how things really work, and you can't do all this stupid communist stuff that you said you were going to do." So that could happen. And then they'll say, "Okay, you have to do kind of one or two things that you can point to and said, see, I kept my campaign promises, but you're not going to do most of this stuff." So that's one possibility. The other possibility is he's got so much momentum from all these young people around him and so on that he's just going to go full force and try to do the things that he's. I mean, dude. I mean, he said he wants to legalize prostitution, legalize drug use. Empty most of the prisons. Now, maybe some people who are especially bad can stay in there, but he wants to release a ton of inmates and defund the police. So you're looking at that and it's like, okay, that's a disaster waiting to happen. You're going to have fewer police and way more criminals. And where do you think this is going to go? So that's kind of an issue. So that will all end in disaster. But here's the thing. New York City, in the United States of America, it's pretty resilient, right? Pretty resilient in that a bad leader can come in, screw up a bunch of things, and then people can correct course and fix those things, right? Everyone get that, right? You can have a crap leader, screws things up. It's okay. So there's been some problems and so on. You get a good leader in there, can start repairing the damage, right? We've seen that before. And so you think, okay, they've got whatever it is, 4 years with Mamdani. And how bad can he screw things up really? I mean, suppose he tries out a bunch of horrible policies. Okay, next time comes around, they'll vote him out. They'll put someone else in there. Okay, great. Here's the thing. New York is a place with this particular policy. New York is a place where you could do massive long-term damage in a short amount of time. You could do massive long-term damage. I'm not even talking about like Islam stuff or terrorist stuff. I'm talking about just what he says he wants to do. This is massive long-term damage. What do I mean here? We've already seen New York is the richest city in the world in terms of the number of millionaires. If I recall correctly, it was 384,000 millionaires live in New York City. 384,000 millionaires, right? How is Zohran Mamdani paying for all the stuff that he wants to do? He says he's going to raise taxes on the rich. Okay. So you're going to raise taxes to pay for other people's stuff, right? Okay. That's the usual selling point for, socialism and things like that. Hey, these guys have a bunch of money. Why don't we take it and give it to you to cover your stuff, right? Guess what?
Good idea.
Some rich people have been saying the entire time, and guess what? This has been tried before, guys. This is what happens. This is what happens. You have
this time it will work, man. This time it will work.
You have the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class. What happens when people start going in a communist or socialist direction is, hey, we're gonna go after the upper class to pay for stuff for the lower class. What happens? If it's in a place where the upper class can leave, a bunch of them will leave. You'll have some who stay and so on. But you go after the upper class and say, hey, we're going to start taking your money and giving it to other people, more than we already do, because we already take a good chunk of your money. We're going to increase how much of your money we're taking, right? New York is, unless you've got something that can only possibly work in New York is an easy place to leave, right? Say, hey, you know what? I've got my money and stuff. I've got my house. You know what? I'm going to sell my house and get out of here. I don't like being targeted and viewed as an enemy just because I made a lot of money in my life. I don't want I'm the bad guy. I'm some sort of bad guy here. You don't want, right? So what happens? The upper class leaves. Upper class, middle class, lower class. You say, hey, we're gonna go after the upper class to pay for the lower class. What happens? Upper class, if they can leave, they leave. Now the middle class is the new upper class. And how are you paying for the lower class now? You have to tax the crap out of the middle class. Okay, now things are going terribly, terribly, terribly wrong. So you guys got this? Now it's not that simple, because not all rich people are going to leave. But guess what? Here's the thing. Some of them will. Some rich people, some rich business owners and so on will leave. So guess what? If 10%, let's say 10% of people over the next couple of years say, gosh, this Mamdani's targeting us. We don't want to be here. If 10% of them leave, okay, that was 10% of the richest people that you were taxing. Now you have to raise taxes on those that remain, on the rich people that remain, even higher, because you just lost a bunch. And so what happens? Now you have to raise their taxes even more. Guess what? Some more are going to leave. Okay, now some more left, so now you have to raise taxes even more on those, and it eventually spirals, and everyone wants to leave.
But
so what
this time it's going to work.
Yeah, and what happens every time is then they get mad at the people who are leaving, going, why didn't you just stay here out of your own goodwill and generosity and let us take all your money? And so anyway, here's the thing. Once millionaires pack up their bags and leave New York, it's not as simple as, oh, we have a new leader now. Now we've gotten rid of Mamdani. We've got a new guy. So come back. There's not going to be a lot of coming back. You're not going to trust the population. You guys just voted in a guy who was bragging about being a socialist. You voted him in. Are we going to trust you? We're going to come back, set up business again, buy a home again and stuff, do that when you guys at the drop of a dime can start voting for a communist or a socialist? No. So they're not coming back. So basically, New York City is about to suffer massive economic damage. It's just a question of how much. Some people are definitely leaving. A ton of people could leave. It's just how many people actually follow through on that. It's going to be damage. And then beyond that is other people. Do I want to go to New York and set up shop with my new business?
But this time it's going to work, man.
If you're looking at it, you're going, I'm not going there. No, I'm not going there. So you're going to have people leaving with their money. No people are coming there with their money. You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. And so this is going to be a pretty bad few years for them.
But this time it's going to work.
I know.
It didn't work any other time, but this time it is going to work, man. That's how it works.
And that's what they, but AP's, you know, he's mocking. That's what they say every time. Islam, socialism, communism. Hey, why do you guys have a track record of zero? Never making a place where anyone wants to live. And you do your stuff and then everyone wants to leave and then they come to Western nations and you start cheering for the crap here. But it'll work here. Sharia will work here. Communism will work here. Socialism will work here. Quick question. If socialism will work, if communism will work, why don't you go to a place that is like a crap city and show that it works there before you say, here's the richest city on the planet? A sort of monument to capitalism. Now let's tear it all down with communism. Why would you do it there?
Dude, you're not getting it. This time it's going to work.
I get it, man.
This time.
Hang on. What was that? Did you want to answer that?
Has Sam attacked God Logic yet? I haven't seen it.
He won't yet because that's how it works, guys. If you go back 3 or 4 years when I'm like, I don't want anything to do with Sam anymore. Sam started attacking Anthony, but he was nice to me. And he was going, and I'm not talking about David here. I'm not talking about David. Why? He was still hoping to win me back to his favor. That's where God Logic is right now. Right? God Logic is, I can still work with God, and this guy doesn't understand. This guy doesn't get it. As I pointed out, he has no concept of any rules applying to him. But since he has no concept of that, he has no concept of other people applying any rules to him. He just doesn't, he doesn't get it, that there are rules that actually apply to him. So, and here's what he does, right? Sam can attack you. He can attack your mother, your family, everything, and then just walk up to you the next day and think and act like everything's fine. And everything's not fine. But he thinks everything's fine. Well, that was yesterday. What? What do you care? And there's no consequences. There can't be consequences for me, right? And he doesn't realize that when he's attacking people in front of their friends. Now, those friends might not come after Sam. Those friends might think, well, I'm not in this. But those friends are noticing. This is not a dude I want to associate with. So guess what? There are people that Sam still thinks he's going to be interacting with in the future and getting along with. So he doesn't want to attack those guys. Matter of fact, he just posted like 2 days ago. He shared something that John McCrae posted and said, wow, what a great brother. I'm like, are you serious, dude? He's seriously already trying this. John, just so you know, I'm going after David and AP, but not you. I happen to be good friends with John McCrae, Sam. But believe it, when you just like compulsively attack everyone around you, you're like, but I'm not attacking you. You're still coming off as an unhinged lunatic to those people. Yes. You are. And they might not want to cross you. And they might, I've got stuff to do. I don't want to deal with this guy. So they might just be nice and cordial. Guess what? People pay attention to your behavior. You're driving away everyone around you. Let me make a prediction here. 2, 3, 4 years down the road, you're not going to be working with God Logic. You're not going to be working with anybody. No one. Keep in mind, I don't know what's going on in God Logic says. I'm doing this based on your behavior and me knowing that God Logic isn't a complete idiot. He's going to realize, whether he's already realized it or whether you realize it a year from now, he's going to realize this dude is so freaking toxic, I can't have anything to do with him. And Sam will still try to win him back. Oh, yeah, come on. Hey, let's get together. Oh, no, I've changed. I heard that so many times. Being friends with, I've changed. I've learned my lesson. I've been humbled and so on. Comes back twice as bad every single time, right? So God Logic, whether he's learned it already or whether he learns it in the future, is going to realize I can't deal with this dude. I can't deal with this dude. I can't associate with him. I can't be in stuff with him. And once Sam will still try to get him back. Once God Logic makes it perfectly clear, dude, you don't stop contacting me. There's no scenario where I'm doing anything with you. Suddenly a switch will be flipped and God Logic will become Sam's biggest enemy next to me. And Sam will attack him over and over and over again. And it will be all God Logic's fault because it can't be Sam's fault in Sam's mind.
Do you know what happened when I was on Temple Mount with Tommy Robinson?
What?
That was really messed up. But so this happened. So I was with him up there, and then as we were just taking a selfie, suddenly it's behind us is the Dome of the Rock, and suddenly this happens.
Whoa! Dude!
Pretty messed up, man.
Can't believe you got the footage, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what perfect timing.
Yeah. It's pretty messed up. And then this happened too. So I just got bored and used Grok to make some AI videos with these things. So
something like that had happened. They'd be like, "You see, they tried to get into Al-Aqsa Mosque, and then their faces were blown off."
The hell was this? Oh my gosh. Yeah. David, who cares what Tommy Robinson's saying? He's got the right message. That's all that matters. I think I understand him, but I think he's right a very way, dude. Ah, that's good. Y'all heard it. David just admitted to being the leader of the Al-Zut. That's true. You heard it right here.
Zut chieftain.
Glad you're back. The cats missed you, says Smile to Jahannam. They are finally sleeping peacefully. I'm very, very happy about that. Smile to Jahannam. And it was very good to meet you in Poland. Therese Miller says, good to see you both. Just watched Traveling Clat and Armin talk about Islam. Traveling Clat believes he can reform because of Muslims being mostly good. He can't see Islam as bad. Thoughts? I talked with him about this as well when I was in Israel. I think he actually recorded. He interviewed me, and we talked about this question. He asked me about Islam, and he said, "But don't you think that it can change? And don't you think that Muslims are, overall good and all that?" And I was like, "No, dare you? How dare you? You're sick!" I humiliated him on the spot there. So I think he's going to publish that soon, if he has the balls. I also saw that I think Matt Fradd is publishing next week his chat with you, David.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think I just saw that.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's publishing. You talked to him when? Like quite recently? And he's publishing that. His next episode is that.
I think it was about a month ago. It was about a month ago record. He records stuff and then, because he did the same thing with you.
Powerful. David, what have you seen the Hamza Muslima Cowboys Al-Zut video? They're comically wrong about everything.
Oh yeah, no. I keep thinking I want to cover that, but I didn't. Might have to get Giant DOC on.
Giovanni Garcia says Al-Zut energy drink gain the strength of 30 men and take one more minute. Take on more men.
Al-Zut energy drink. Gain the strength of 30 men and last all night long. Who's not going to drink that, man?
That's good, man.
You know what's crazy? Is like you go in these like convenience stores and stuff, and they have like up at the register, they have like all these performance enhancing things that probably do nothing. But if you came up with Zoot, if Zoot energy was up there, man, if Zoot energy you'll have the strength of 30 men and go all night long. Who's not buying that, man? We'll become millionaires with this Zoot stuff.
Dude, you can start a whole Zoot industry. Paul says, wait, do you know what it smells like when you miss an opportunity to make a Zoot reference in the desert or in Newsmax?
I didn't realize until after. That's the thing. I mentioned that I didn't know what I was going on about, apart from it was Dearborn, but I didn't know that something had just happened in Dearborn. But like right out, I thought it was like going to be like I thought it was going to be like a hour show or something like that. It's not. It's like little short segments and stuff like this. So I thought we were going to be discussing this stuff for a while. But afterwards I was like, oh, that was short. Oh gosh, I should have, if I'd known, I could have like slipped a Zoot reference in real quick. But I didn't.
Stupid Sam makes war with Psycho.
That is dumb move.
About Sam, I watched 2 of his streams. He seems strong in faith. He says he suffers from extreme anxiety. He also follows Candace Owens for information. Yeah, he's a bit retarded. I mean, he does believe Candace Owens.
Dude, that is completely because we were responding to Candace Owens.
Probably.
That was completely that. I said pick a random weird topic and we'll start acting like it's really important. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that these Eskimos are doing this. Watch, Sam will come out and suddenly take the opposite position.
The funny thing is that he was begging for the longest time to do something with David again. He was pushing me to convince David to do something with him. He was begging people to convince David to do an event with him on PBD podcast. And now he accuses everyone who associates with David, and also says that David is a disaster and ruins everything. The guy has no ounce of consistency. Completely damaged. Over the weekend, railway attack in London. Yesterday was auto attack in France. And over the Halloween weekend, 2 men charged in MI in terror plot, allegedly. David, what do you think?
Auto attack. Yeah, the Michigan, that's the Dearborn thing. I mean, it is good that they're catching a lot of these guys.
I blame the orbs.
But guys, don't underestimate the impact of the avalanche of apostasy. They feel it. They feel that something is terribly wrong. And you do have a lot of people in the Ummah who think that when things aren't going right, you lash out and attack. So you'll be seeing more.
It was the orbs. Mac G says, even they're calling me an Indian Zio, and I'm not even Indian, LOL. That's true. That's what they do. Going on bulldozer. Someone politely asks Sam to clarify his position. Sam, you should. KYS, no. Yeah, that's what he does.
I don't know.
David probably doesn't know what KYS means.
I do not.
It means K yourself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does he say that kind of crap?
I don't know. Ayatollah Khamenei, Mr. President, the second Shimoon has hit the towers. Christian Zionists, they mean you are Israel tolerant because they are anti-Israel. They just want to put a wedge between Jews and Christians because they are coming after Jews and then Christians or the other way around. The funny thing is, wait a minute. So he called me a Christian Zionist, didn't he? Didn't he?
Yes, he called us Christian Zionists.
He knows what a Christian Zionist is.
Yeah, and he knows we're not that, and so that's
that
flat out. That's flat out lying.
He knows that we have said it openly several times, and the thing is, I even had a phone conversation with him. Ask him about this. I had a phone call with him where we talked about Christian Zionists and Christian Zionism, which he and I were very clear about, that I do not agree with Christian Zionists and Christian Zionism. But I do agree with Zionism. And I'm a Christian. So he knows the difference. And he knows that I'm not a Christian Zionist. And he himself confirmed that. So for him to now come out and call me a Christian Zionist like it's an insult.
He's trying to stir up gripers against you, man. That's what he does.
That's funny, man. Hey, AP, just want to encourage you to stay in the Eastern Orthodox Church. Church hopping isn't good. Please stay and help them unless you change your mind on theology. This is coming from a Lutheran. Stay strong. Yeah, I haven't done that, and I'm not planning on doing it.
Yes, why are you attacking him, everyone? Why are you attacking him for something he didn't even do?
Well, you attack. Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, I have, since I became a Christian, I have been on the trajectory of joining the Orthodox Church, the Eastern Orthodox Church, and I haven't changed that ever. Have never hopped around. Have never changed my position on that. And I'm not saying it can't change. I don't know what the future brings, but so far I'm happy with the Eastern Orthodox Church. So, and I'm not planning on switching either. I have, there are lots of problems, and the thing is, the way I handle when I see wrongdoings within the church, and I'm very loud in reacting to them, I would think that that I will always have a little bit of a problem within the church, but that doesn't mean I have anything against the church. I like to think that while there are lots of people and even lots of clergy inside the church that are very, very corrupt, it is about the faith itself and not about the people there. So that's that. Wilson's debate was insane. 5 out of 6 of the Bible literally was about magic Jew blood, as he calls it. The covenant is eternal. I know, that's kind of funny. Peasant, the discourse around Israel is so toxic that you can't have a nuanced position anymore. Anything remotely not anti-Israel is automatically Christian Zionism for a lot of these guys. That is exactly what it is. And most of them do not really know what they're talking about. When Kenny Boner was going through a scandal, Sam reached out to him in private before giving any public opinion, but Sam didn't do the same for AP. Really? He did that? When Kenny Boner was going through a thing, he actually privately reached out to him? That's pretty messed up.
And with AP, it's nope, don't need to hear a word from him, don't need any details. We can make things up and just blast away at him. Why? Because he does shows with David Wood, who just rejected me, and I'm in super impulsive mode, and I don't know how to stop it because I won't go to a psychiatrist.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. A noble proposal. Each of us wronged by Sam to demand a personal apology. It's a lifetime career opportunity for him. The man would embark on the longest apology tour in recorded history.
You're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Thousands. Hey, David, who is that Pop-Tart to your left? He looks a bit familiar, but I can't recall from where. I'm apostate Pop-Tart, man. Read the title. Nail Bunny. What's up, Nail Bunny? Good to see you here. Hey, AP, off topic, but the only way UK police will pay is if Tommy sues them for wrongful arrest. Hope he does and Elon pays for it. Welcome back. Here's my thing with it. But Nail Bunny is fantastic. She was very helpful in London. But here's my problem with it. If he sues the police, wouldn't any compensation that he gets come out of taxpayer money? I mean, I don't know how things work over there, right? But
you got to do that anyway, man. If there are no consequences, they have no that comes out of the police budget, right, or whatever insurance they have. But that has to be known, right? It has to be known. If we cross a line and go after a guy we don't like, and we come up with ridiculous terrorism charges, there have to be some consequence. You have to make the department pay so that they can actually make sure that police officers do not cross that line and keep getting them sued. It's the only incentive. It's like, let me put it this way. It's actually good that if doctors screw something up, they get sued. Now it sucks because then you have people suing for frivolous reasons and so on. When medical staff actually screw something up, it's actually good that the hospital gets sued because that's the only incentive. Like it or not, that's the only incentive for being extremely careful and not screwing up. And so police just need to learn their lesson. Hey guys, stay away from Tommy Robinson. Do not, under any circumstances, go and charge him some bogus nonsense. Yeah,
let's stay away from Islam. Get it right. Ayatollah gifted 10 memberships. Hey, what's up, man? Hate Sam Shimon gifts 10 memberships. This is insane. Good says, hi, AP and David. God bless you too. Sunil Inti says, I've long hoped Sam would seek deliverance. Prayers for him, and by all means, place a spotlight on his abuse so far as he won't repent. I agree. Sam, I understand you're hurt. Please visit a psychologist. Merchant Rekka says,
dude, hey, I mean, that's what's insane. It's so freaking simple. Admit that you're the one with the problem, but don't just admit that because you have admitted this before, but you never do anything. Then take the steps to change. And borderline personality disorder is a known thing, has been a long time, and they have therapy for it. But he just never is willing to make the slightest effort to change, and he wonders why his life sucks so bad.
Borderline. Oh, borderline. Initially, I thought you were having some sort of trouble. Then someone commented something about divorce and all. Powerful. What to make of people like Sam? I've been blessed by his teaching a lot, but to contrast with how he acts makes me wonder if I should discard it.
Yeah, guys, I mean,
that's the problem.
Yeah, you don't just... Yeah, someone is great over here, therefore we let all this horrible behavior slide. I mean, following that reasoning, people should have said, hey, Ravi, suppose Ravi Zacharias had been exposed completely when he was still alive. it should have been, I mean, following the reasoning of some people, it should have been, well, you know, he's banging a bunch of ladies behind the scenes, and he owns all these massage parlors, so he can go and have women whack him off and stuff. But gosh, his speeches are so powerful. I mean, he's speaking around the world. We have to just let him slide on all this stuff. That's what the reasoning should be. Guys, here's the thing. Jordan Peterson talks about this a bunch. He's talking about psychopaths, narcissists, Machiavellians, and so on. He says they work themselves into positions where they're just considered important, and you don't want to cross them because it will damage something that you love. Like the Catholic Church scandals with the priests and so on. That is a perfect example. If you get into a position and you're molesting someone, well, the person you're molesting doesn't want to call you out and expose it because that would damage the church and the reputation of the church. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. And so they get away with it. Well, guess what? People over time figure out, here's what I can do to be immune from criticism.
Hey, stop talking trash about the Catholic Church.
Or to be immune from being exposed. No one will expose me here because they don't want to damage something that they care about more. Well, guess what? That's how you end up people taking advantage of things. That's Ravi Zacharias did. That's what Sam Shamoun does. That's what happens.
Stop talking trash about the Catholic Church. I heard you.
Answer the question, man.
What question?
The question in front of your face.
Oh, did you visit Islam's third holy site, destination of Mumbo's night journey, resting place of Jibril, talking about Dihya al-Kalbi shrine, of course. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
You had one job.
I forgot about that.
You had one job. Go to Dihya al-Kalbi's shrine and talk about Muhammad's loving relationship with Dihya al-Kalbi and maybe something about the Zut.
I forgot about that. Did you have shawarma there? If not, go back. Are you serious? Is this a serious question? Are you insane? Did you really just ask me this question? David, do you think I had shawarma in Israel?
I would guess probably like 4 or 5 times.
You are right. Thank you. Saeed Christie says, when I knew Sam was demonic was when he went to Janko's show and caused a fight. George didn't release the show. Sam is worse than Muhammad, no joke. That's funny. He caused a fight? That's cool.
Not surprising.
XCVIWS says, okay, Sam Beppa, can you please review his debate with David, not Wood, but David the Muslim, genuinely a masterclass IMO? Interesting.
Not interested. There'd be situations where we could check out something from Sam, just like, from Nick Fuentes or something like that. But no, not interested in that. But look at what you're saying. Hey, it's a masterclass. Go to there. That's kind of what he does, right? He draws you to him. He uses apologetics and theology and Bible teaching to draw people to them. Once they come to him, then he starts conditioning them. Any questioning of anything I say is met with massive abuse. But if you just mindlessly go along with anything I say, then I'll just praise you to be one of the group guys. This is like introductory level cult tactics, and people fall for it. But he's such a great Bible teacher. How can he be bad in all these? How can he be totally messed up and horrible in these other ways? Because the great Bible teaching is what he uses. That's a tool. It's a tool that he uses to control people.
It is a tool, my friend. A very bad tool. Sheikh Mike Wingeling says, Alhamdulillah, kufr and kufr violence. Anyway, whoever is against Islamophobe, David Wood is probably right. Inshallah, Ustad Sam will be winning. That's good. Scoots, I'm in the 5v1 with Daniel H at DebateCon 6 next week. Was looking for advice. AP, I sent a message on X and I sent you an email, David Wood.
You signed up. What do you don't need us holding your hands.
Yeah, it looks like you can manage yourself if you signed up for that. So
yeah, you got time.
Yeah. You thought we were going to help you out? It looks like you can manage yourself. Why else would you sign up? All right. AP, you have to negotiate the taxi fee before you get in. You know this. I know, man.
That was amateur hour, man.
That was amateur hour. Big time. You see, April spent a week in Israel and he's already fighting over shekels. Nothing will be exposed the way Muhammad was by the big black jinn. Alhamdulillah. Cried 300. Can we all just get along? No. Dan Sam really crashed out on everyone. Jay Dyer, now AP. Dude needs some help.
He does.
Zohran Mamdani is actually going to legalize Shia Muta brothels, and this quarrel had to happen. This is true. What is the takeaway from Mamdani's win? Voters across the spectrum just don't care about Israel. America first actually means America first. And Zohran Mamdani means America first? How in the world is this about Israel? How in the world is the race in New York City about whether you are or are not for Israel?
Yeah. So you're saying someone's like, hey, I really don't like Israel, so let me vote this communist Islamist into power. Let's make New York City a communist Sharia compliant hellhole. That'll teach the Jews.
It's so dumb. And the only people who are Israel first are those who actually vote for somebody who is not for Israel. They're just Israel first in a different way. Those people are the ones who are obsessed with Israel. So much so that they will make the dumbest decisions and condemn everybody else just because of their hate for Israel. How are these guys smart? This is like, I mean, just think about it for 5 minutes. And you realize how stupid that is. I wish this Shaboon character no evil, by the way, only twice of what he wishes everybody else. That should suffice as extra punishment from your Sunday show, said Libel. Alhamdulillah. It's hyperactive. I already read this. Tried to spit on me, but didn't manage because I was too fast. At al should have said got to level 14 of video game. AP David Wood.
Al axe. He's got an axe on there. Al axe.
Oh, Al axe. That's funny. Sam should have repented.
Oh wait, did you hear what they said?
No.
That was funny.
I didn't hear it.
Go back, man.
I already removed it. I can't go back.
Then it said you should have said you won the video game. That unlocks a flood game, right?
That's funny. I should have.
I won the game. They come in then. Come in. You're like, I played the Alexa and I killed all the Jews.
I should have showed them my accomplishments. Sam should repent and come over to reformed to church and ask the Lord to polish out those rough edges. IMHO. We need all the Christians to unite together soon for what may be coming. I don't think Sam's problem is a problem in choice of church. I think it's a brain problem. Vermos says, took it to the man, he didn't listen, brought others and he didn't listen. Now sounds like it's going before the church. This is scriptural. My last was meant to say you're doing the right thing, the right way, in case it was unclear. Word limit. Powerful. Thank you, Vermos. Regardless of what has or hasn't happened involving AP's personal life, which isn't any of our business, I pray that both of you continue to do God's work in exposing Islam in ever-increasing need. I have to say, if I did at some point or another do something bad to another person, I think that definitely is people's business as well, not just my business. The question is whether I did or did not do such a thing. And then the question is whether Sam Shamoon did or did not do such a thing. Sorry, Sam, you asked for it. Zut Momo, Sam versus everyone's mother. We know the orbs are dandelion seeds too. Glad to see you back, AP. Thank you, Jack. And gifted 20 memberships, Jack. Thank you. Lidina Sarisi, need a few light moments. Play Islam Wow for a minute. What is Islam Wow?
Do not know.
How do you not know what Islam Wow is, man?
How do you not know?
Al-Zut of today, the Al-Zut of today, trying to go back to get a slice of Momo also. Funny. Pain of Reality Channel says, my friend does Muslim content on YouTube and makes 7,000 Iranian rial per post. It works out to 0.17 USD. Cha-ching. Powerful. Ari Wasserman, Mojab, my muta wife is a liar. She's a liar. Tucker, oh, that's terrible. Was she Israeli? What? I'm just asking questions. Gifted 20 memberships. Ryan Kim says, welcome back, AP. I fell asleep at some point while watching, but woke up to see you guys destroy. Alhamdulillah, it was powerful. Thank you. Appreciate that. John 1:5, Hebrews 1:8 says, the Christian civil war will be better than Avengers Infinity War.
It's Avengers, man.
Avengers Infinity War. LOL, just kidding. Hope Sam gets some help. Welcome back, AP. Thank you. I've never seen Avengers. Eric Barlow, I will pray for Sam. I constantly have to pray for humility myself. Do so. It's good attitude. A local can become a new member. Welcome to the club. You should sick Mike Winger on Sam. Yeah, you should. Ari Wasserman, Tucker's new Muslim talk show, The Backdoor Corpse. Bex Salter, hey AP and David Wood, thoughts of Gregorian chants for worshipping. What do you want? Why do you want thoughts about it? I think they're awesome.
Gregorian chant. Who doesn't like Gregorian chants, man?
I think they're amazing, and I listen to them myself sometimes, and they make me feel very nicely. And I think they're also fantastic for worship. But that's just my opinion.
I also think whenever you have these, oh, the sound of the adhan is so great, Islam must be true. Be like, yeah, care to battle? Care to battle? Care to battle your adhan versus these Gregorian chants here? What? What's up then?
So you're getting very quiet.
Yeah, real quiet all of a sudden.
Gregorian chants are amazing. I love them. They're fantastic. And yeah, definitely love them. Byzantine chants too. Definitely too. Alhamdulillah. But Gregorian chants are kind of more for the Western ear. And I actually like them more, to be honest. It sounds a little bit like a sellout move by me, but I do like them more. What?
Hey, did you ever, this is before your time, but you might have heard it later in life. Did you ever hear Enigma?
Yes, I did.
That's good. I heard it when it came out before you were born.
You mean you heard it? You mean one of their songs?
Enigma, man. They took the Gregorian chants and put a beat to them and remixed them.
They turned them into gibberish, but it sounds good. That was actually a German project, you know. It was a German project. One of the singers is German. The Germans.
Team one. My rendition is so spot on, you might get a copyright strike.
That's true. I thought you turned the real thing on, man. Wow. It's how practice says instead of lifting themselves up, they try to bring others down. That's true. That's what they do.
Guys, it is a serious problem. I don't know what to call them other than like agents of chaos or something like that. But you have something happen, it's like, ooh, like huge victory is on the horizon. Someone will inevitably come in there to derail everything. Like a Turning Point, right? Charlie Kirk gets shot. People are recoiling from the evil of other people who are celebrating it and stuff. And churches are packed. Bible sales are going through the roof. Tons of new memberships and stuff. And Candace comes in to derail everything. And Tucker. And Nick Fuentes. And we have to destroy this before this awesome victory and revival comes about. And then you take Dawa. Dawa is crumbling. It's a joke. It's falling apart left and right. They're giving up and becoming gossip channels and stuff. And we're just getting started. We're going to send them running. Enter Shamunian. No, you will have to pay attention to me. We need a war right now. You're destroying the Dawa guys, but we need war right now.
over AP. Because David abandoned me and does shows with AP, and so he's my enemy. Like clockwork, guys. Like clockwork.
Pretty stupid. Dawas Creek this fall on the CW. That's funny. What happened to the metal version of Al-Fatiha? I have many Al-Fatiha versions. I just didn't publish them. Wait, can Ali Dawa not say Al-Fatiha? He can, but he just says it very, very poorly, like with a terrible pronunciation. Hargat Defense Systems. The Desert Night was just football practice. Al-Zut were helping Mohammed transition from tight end to wide receiver. What's wrong with you?
One, you don't even know what that joke's about because you don't understand football. Anyway,
it's pretty obvious. John 1:5, Hebrews 1:8. Never seen Mike Winger so angry. His favorite Star Wars show must have been cancelled. LOL, just kidding. David, don't call my mother whore, please.
I won't say it. I will just think it.
Nobody does it except the one. Al-Zut called and said Sam has crossed the line. Sam raided my village, burned it down, and poisoned the crops. Well, he didn't, but are we just going to wait around until he does? We shouldn't. What did you love most about Israel after visiting? Leaving. Just kidding. I don't know. I like Tel Aviv much more now than I do Jerusalem. In fact, I kind of have I love Jerusalem and I also hate it at the same time. Absolutely horrible place. But I loved being in Tel Aviv. It's wonderful, wonderful to be there. I love the people, honestly.
But the people?
I love the people. I actually went around asking people what makes them happy and all that, so that was pretty good. For those who don't know, Israelis are counted among the world's happiest people, most satisfied with life.
Because they love genocide and they do it so much that they're happy.
So I went around asking them why they are so happy and what makes them so happy. And they were like, because we love genocide. No,
because we're not goyim.
So what I love the most about Israel is how people are, is the attitudes of people there. That's it, basically. AJ Baines, AP and David, God bless both of you. Thank you. Michael Feldman, AP and David Wood, I have seen this happen. I had a socialist, corrupt, race-baiting mayor rule my city for near 2 years. I'm from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. It can't be that bad because Eminem always said that Detroit is awesome. So there you go.
Detroit is a wasteland, man.
Then why is Eminem shouting it out all the time?
And guys, I mean, think about how crazy this is.
Why is Eminem praising Detroit if it's so bad?
Detroit was the hub of not one. Any city would be lucky to be the hub of one massive industry. They were the hub of two. The music industry, Motown and so on, and the U.S. automobile industry. And they screwed it up. They figured out a way to screw it up. And now, welcome to New York.
Welcome to the end of the world.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
I don't know how to save New York. Zut Chippendales.
It's Chippendales.
Chippendales. Go Top Music. So what if Sam goes after Mike Winger? Dude, that would be... Look, I can tolerate if he goes after me. I can tolerate if he goes after David. I can tolerate if he goes after everybody else. If he, at one point or another, ever dares to go after Mike Winger, that's where he crosses the red line.
No, that's where he gets a medal for finally doing something right.
Ram0166 says the Democrats don't care if NYC is turned entirely into a slum so long as they vote Democrat and provide muscle for chaos around the country. No, they vote because they want things for free. That's why. Dark Ghost says, would you mind if I pray for you guys? Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. Hallelujah says, your face looks different, AP. Maybe it's from all the spit you got over there. Muslim countries are so peaceful to Christians, but Jews spit on us. This is true. I had too much spit on my face. Danny, I think I got a little bit of a tan while I was there. So I spent days just walking through Jerusalem, trying to do things, and sweating through multiple different shirts. It's pretty disgusting. Danny Sabah, David Wood, what is the best advice to get a girlfriend? Oh, now we have dating advice here. Now we treat David Wood and his whole channel like it's dating advice. Let's turn the whole channel into a dating channel. How about that?
Just watch a bunch of Andrew Tate's old videos and do all that stuff.
Yeah, don't do that. Anything
No,
but
yeah, this is these are rough times, screwed up times, lots of screwed up stuff going on and so on. Be the guy who's strong and stable in the midst of lots of chaos and disasters. The ladies will notice. You just pick someone who's not a lunatic.
You happy?
Now you know.
Scoots, I did sign up some more so to challenge myself, not because I'm an expert. Oh, that's a good attitude, I guess. That's a good attitude. Interesting. AP and David Wood want to come to Australia's Dearborn.
What's Australia's Dearborn? Melbourne? I wonder if they've got I don't know if they got a place that's worse than.
You know what's funny?
Melbourne. What?
Daniel Kikichu wanted to debate me at DebateCon.
Uh-huh.
And I said, no, I'm not interested.
Because you're a weakling. What's your point? Was there a point to that?
There was a while, remember, you probably do remember, there was a time when he was like, oh, I don't care about him. Now he wants to debate me. And I'm like, I really don't care. I really don't want to debate that guy.
I haven't seen what the videos are saying, but I've seen people sharing the videos of like Adnan Rashid's calling him a 12er Shia and stuff like this, and everyone's flipping out back and forth.
That's fun.
When it comes to Daniel, though, I think all debaters are basically entirely justified in saying, dude, you don't believe in the basic requirement of actually sticking to a topic. You just try to twist everything to whining about Jews. Even after you say you want to debate a different topic, you'll just change it to whining about Jews. You know what? Until you get some basic integrity, we're not interested.
And when I first started doing this whole YouTube thing, I said that I'm really not interested in having debates with Muslims. After a while, I changed, and honestly, I was also changed a little bit because I was pushed by. I felt pushed by Muslims into actually debating and defending the things that I say and all that. I have come to no longer be really interested in debating Muslims, getting back to the roots. And the last Muslim that I would like to debate nowadays is Daniel Kikichu. I really have zero interest in debating that guy. Zero. You know what's very messed up, man? They say that Israel is pretty racist. I'm just going through my photos right now. So they say that Israel is racist. So I got a hotel room. They booked a hotel room for me. I go up to the hotel room. I open the door. I go inside. And on the table, right there, what do I see?
A sign that says, "Get out of here, you filthy Turk."
Oh, this.
Oh. What? Oh, my goodness. They called you a name just because you weren't super white Israeli.
Like, this is what I see when I go into the... when I stepped into the room. It's pretty racist, man.
Pretty racist.
Anyway, but then I unwrapped it and ate it, and it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. So whoever is making that, apparently there's some Amapola Alfajores. It was absolutely beautiful. Very, very nice place. He's super, Mr. Sus says he's super based on Israel. Anyway, sign here and here for Islamo-communism. Sam is his own worst enemy, and it sucks because he's basically a human encyclopedia and could be one of the greatest Bible teachers in history.
I've already said it multiple times in this live stream. He was given a brain that is turbocharged for doing that, and he uses it to win people over to him and then to heap endless abuse on people and control them.
Powerful. Hussein Mashni, Hussein, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Bless you, AP. Welcome back. Thank you. And God bless you. Coffee lover. David, what is your source for manumissions, buying slaves and freeing them in post-Roman Britain? You can answer me in your community if you want. Oh, there you go. Now he's holding David accountable.
Oh, no, there's a bunch.
Finally, somebody's holding David
accountable. What's the book called? He actually, I'm giving you the book.
You can't even respond. He's stuttering. Why are you stuttering?
Giving you the book, not just to trust the book, but because he links to the articles that it's based on. I think it's Thomas Schmidt.
Why are you stuttering?
Schmidt. How do you spell this?
Why are you stuttering?
Where is it, man? Okay, that's not him. Okay. Wait for it. Alvin Schmidt. I don't know, I was thinking of Thomas Schmidt. Alvin Schmidt, How Christianity Changed the World. Go to the chapter on slavery, and he has quotations from various places and cites a bunch of articles on there. So
there you go. David makes claims and can't even respond. Response to Waqf guys on Temple Mount and says no, it's too much. Reciting Fatiha, that's nothing. Let me tell you about this hadith that involves the ins and outs of the Prophet. Proceed to loudly tell the story of the Al-Sut.
Hey, no, that's what you should have done. If you weren't going to say, I'm your teacher, boy. If you weren't going to say that, then it should have been, you recite Surat Al-Fatiha. And he goes, oh, you know Surat Al-Fatiha? And be like, yes. Now, do you know the story of Muhammad and Al-Zut?
Let me tell you an even better story about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was in the desert with the Al-Zut. That would have been nice, man.
You missed a lot of opportunities, man. A lot of opportunities.
And Al-Uzza. ABY Force JC92 says Lakemba is Australia's Dearborn. I'll accommodate. Let's do it.
Yakemba.
Let's do it. Imulrik says, my leather strap is getting tired. Have a good night. God bless y'all. Thank you. I think we're going to call it a night in a minute. Hallelujah says, guys, come to Finland. Save us Islam on the Ras. Oh, you save yourself first. You save yourselves. Maybe we should go to Finland. David, let's go to Finland.
Finland.
You know what I want to do when I go to Finland?
A country where I quite want to be. What?
You know what I want to do when I go to Finland?
I want to pee across the border onto Russia.
No, I want to walk around and tell people, you're Finnish. You're Finnish. You're
just
Finnish.
random people.
You're Finnish.
Has anyone ever done that? Has anyone ever done that?
No.
Wait, no one's gone to Finland and just pointed at random people and gone, you're Finnish.
You're Finnish, boy. That should be done, man. It's very simple.
Someone's got to do it.
Easy content. You're Finnish already. You're Finnish, boy. All right, David, anything else?
Nope, that's it, man. We've said it all.
That's it.
We've been going over 3 hours.
Yeah.
Seemed quick. For some reason, I thought it was like 10:30 or something, man.
It's because you're live with me after being live for 2 weeks with the most boring people on the planet. And now you're with me live again. Of course, it goes by very quickly. See? Alhamdulillah. Paul said, can we start calling Mo Prophet Muhammad? Yes, you can. I give you the permission here. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for watching. Wait a minute. What is this? What? IP just sent me a tweet of somebody calling Nick Fuentes Burrito Mussolini. Burrito Mussolini.
That's pretty funny, man.
That's pretty good. Burrito Mussolini. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. We will be live again tomorrow and on Friday and on Saturday and on Sunday. And on Sunday, big things will happen. You don't want to miss it. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. And as always, stay away from that thing.
Stay away from Islam.